taking a time. All right, now we're good.
Okay, I'm going to start here with an introduction to everybody.
Sure.
To the game.
I'm going to switch up the sounds here.
Welcome to the world of Pellon, a land shaped by divine hands, cosmic cataclysms, and the ceaseless struggle of its inhabitants. The history of Pellon is a tapestry woven with threads of glory and tragedy, a saga of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Eons ago, the old gods, primordial beings of unimaginable power, brought forth a multitude of sapient races from other universes and dimensions. Unlike many other worlds, these races did not evolve from primitive origins here on Pellon. They arrived fully formed and vibrant, ready to flourish in the paradise that was Pellon. Great empires grew to span the continents, cultures intermingled, and knowledge flourished under the cool gazes of the stars. This era of prosperity was violently disrupted by the Starfall meteor, a cosmic calamity that shattered the continents and blanketed the world in ash. The surface became uninhabitable, driving the survivors into the vast subterranean network known as the Labyrinth. In these dark times, the Fungrels provided refuge against the relentless Dark Elves, who, warped somehow by the meteor itself, thrived in the chaos. Generations later, those who longed for the open sky emerged to find a transformed world. The continents were reformed. With a new land of volcanoes and lush jungles rising where the meteor had struck, the once great empires were reduced to ruins. The orcs and goblins had succumbed to a savage blood frenzy while in the labyrinth. They arrived first onto the surface, creating a very difficult time for all the other races to even get a toehold. It wasn't until salvation in the form of Garrick the Betrayer, an orc general who betrayed his own kind and cast aside the blood frenzy of his people to ally himself with the humans and dwarves and the other good races, and help them fight for a place upon the surface again. Civilization slowly spread from Northholm, reclaiming continents of forests, deserts, mountains, and even the newly formed continent of Starfall. This resurgence saw the awakening of Elara, the sun, whose sentient spirit imbued the world with magical energy. Up till now, there had been no magic. The old gods returned with that rise of magic, appointing 3 brothers, descendants of Garrick the Betrayer, as the Lords of Balance. They became the custodians of souls, ensuring the harmonious cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Pellon's golden age was abruptly ended by the arrival of the Titans, thousands of years later, a technologically advanced race of energy beings encased in massive humanoid machines 20 feet tall. They subjugated the world quickly, hunting down practitioners of magic because they saw them as a threat, and destroying any resistance. The Lords of Balance, constrained by their divine roles, could only offer limited assistance, and the world plunged into darkness once more. Hope returned in the form of a great colossal dragon of golden scales named Ferdal. His scales were impervious to the Titan's might, and with his claws and teeth, he could destroy their machines like they were eggshells. He claimed the continent of Starfall for his own and drove out the Titans. And he opened his borders to any mages that wanted sanctuary in exchange for their complete subservience to him. So not benevolent, Ferdal's presence provided a bastion of resistance until his mysterious disappearance 7,000 years later. The new gods, a pantheon of 12, descended to Pellon, ending the Titans' reign at last, but at a great cost. Their final battle tore the very fabric of the universe, creating a maelstrom of negative energy surrounding Pellon called the Rift. This cosmic scar threatens with periodic pulses of corrupting energy, giving rise to monstrous dungeons and other horrors known as Riftborn Malus. 2 centuries after the fall of the Titans, Pellon is a world scarred yet resilient. Adventurers must brave the horrors of each Malus. Those who succeed become known as Riftbreakers, gaining power and artifacts to protect their communities. Guilds like the Order of Elara and the Rangers of the New Dawn organize and train adventurers to become future Riftbreakers. And new kingdoms begin to rise from the ashes of the old. Yet the threat of the rift looms large, and every victory is hard won against the encroaching darkness. Not all guilds are operating out of the hope of helping civilization rise up to past glories. Some are motivated by greed to conquer Malai at all costs and gain the powers and treasure within for their own purposes. Among these is the nefarious Bloodplate Brigade, a ruthless organization led by warlords who seek power at any means. In this world teetering on the edge of hope and despair, you will carve out your own legacy. Will you become a hero who brings light to the shadows, a ruler who restores the glory of past empires, or a seeker after ancient secrets? From your various lands and backgrounds, you have come to Northholm as burgeoning adventurers. This is a continent of striking contrasts and rich diversity. Here, in the heart of Northholm, a region known as the Greenvale Plains, word has come to you that a baleful light has ignited on the summit of a mountainous Malus conquered long ago, and new horrors may have begun to spew forth. This resurgence is something never before seen, and it is what has drawn you here, to the small farming town of Barleybrook. On the western horizon, rising above a blackened and twisted forest, you can see the balefire, a malefic pale flame atop an isolated mountain. The destiny of Pellon is in your hands, as is my cat right now. And your choices will shape the future of this shattered yet enduring world. Welcome to Pellon, adventurers. Your journey begins now. Alrighty. The first to walk into the tavern that it sits in the center of Barleybrook and is their main meeting place, called the Rune, is Nock.
Is that everybody? I see we're missing someone on the left.
Let's see.
Max,
I'm
Death,
there.
and King.
Where?
I don't see Ceasane or Joker.
I think I'm reconnected, I believe.
I'm waiting for adventures to begin.
There's Joker. All right, that's 5 people other than me. That looks like everybody. Are you still seeing Waiting for Adventure?
Yeah.
Go ahead and, if those of you who are seeing that, leave the game and rejoin. Okay. Let me switch it to the room.
Yeah, there does seem to be some issues when we first get going. At least this happened on Saturday, where it didn't register all the seats. Between Zyth and I, we have 8 seats. So we have more than enough seats for everybody. But it does something weird when sorting through people to make sure that they have access. What, cat?
I see Deathlisk. I see Max.
Here you go.
King Lucifer. By the way, it would help a bit if you were to go up to the settings button at the top right and in the center should say user settings. You can change your username. You can either match your Discord username or your character name, and that would help us out quite a bit.
It would be awesome for me if you used your character name. That'll help me make sure I get your names right too.
But Deathless, you don't need to because you're playing 2 characters like me. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
But you're in here as Knock. So Knock, little Froglock, not Froglock, but Ribbit.
Let's see. Yeah.
You went through the
Knock.
bar, the
Yeah.
tavern.
Knock looks around.
It is a large, kind of sprawling tavern. It looks like it has been expanded a few times. There's a large fireplace in the center, several tables that are even now. It's mid-afternoon. It's pretty busy. There's a bard on a stand in the corner, singing about a great hero in history that helped rescue people from the Titans and escorted them to the land of Starfall.
Knock
Bartender.
approaches bartender.
Yeah, bartender's an old, gnarled man. He still looks sturdy, but he's definitely seen younger days. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. I was wondering if there was a group of adventurers here to clear out whatever that is, and then Knock points out to the Malus towards the west.
Well, we've gotten word that several people are coming. You are among the first to arrive. There was a scruffy-looking group from the Order of Elara, if you could believe that. Scruffy, usually they're quite tidy. They were here earlier this afternoon. I don't know where they've set about.
Oh. Thank you.
You're
Perhaps
welcome.
There's
Welcome.
more groups.
Welcome to the Rune.
I see. Thank you. I shall look around and await the other adventurers.
Okay.
And Knock will patiently sit by here by the fire.
Why am I not? There we go. And I've lost everybody's rolls. Okay.
You remember your number. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I also
Yeah.
rolled a 2.
All right.
I think
So
somebody
those-
else also rolled a 2.
Yeah, those
believe that was
of you that rolled a 2, you're kind of have been traveling together for a little while now, merging parties of with the caravan that was coming north, and you all walk into this tavern at the center of town together.
Okay.
You might want to describe yourselves on the way if there's somebody that doesn't want to be with everybody else.
I would have probably come from the other direction, if anything.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and say you're there first.
Okay.
They may even see you entering as they're coming up.
All right. Who was the
So-
other? We've got Aurora and
Mikhail.
okay, gotcha.
Aurora and Mikhail. So why don't you describe yourself then, Freya, right?
Yep. Freya is about a 10-foot tall giant of a woman, wearing what looks like bright red armor, made out of metal red armor, and is just kind of coming around the corner of this road here and is making her way towards the front of the tavern. Those of you with experience might recognize the armor as Bloodplate Brigade.
Okay. Go ahead and go in, Freya.
Okay.
And then Aurora And Mikhail, you're approaching the inn. You probably have been journeying together a little ways. So I would say you were at least on a first name basis.
So Mikhail has been talking Aurora's ear off. The entire like 10, 15 minutes that or however long that they've been traveling together.
Yeah, probably most of the day. You probably gathered up. Your party met hers again, traveling with merchants and stuff up the North Caravan route. At camp the previous night.
I can't believe that there is all these dangers going on. I did not expect this amount of danger, especially near something like whatever is going on with this Malus. Not only does the Malus that is the problem, but there's all of these potential, whatever it is that's on the road. And why would there be such a thing on the road with that? I mean, and he just is walking toward.
Honestly, I haven't the foggiest. It's quite strange, isn't it?
Well, I mean, brigands. Why would brigands be on the road? Especially, I mean, is there a problem here? Why? I need to talk to whoever's in charge of this.
It does seem rather bold of them, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, so he's going to, he is going to move up to the steps.
Or we'll just be walking alongside, like, any commentary will just kind of be met with nods and like, yeah, like that is weird. The whole time has just been very like pleasantly listening to anything you have to say. Like, okay, cool.
He will stumble on the step. Like he'll like just barely catch his feet before making his way inside. Not at all paying attention to the gigantic person in front of him.
Not at all. Gotcha.
Not at all. He's too busy in his own world.
So watch your step there. Starting off with a scraped knees and a great start.
Yeah. Ooh.
You bump into me?
Woomph.
Yeah, just a solid freaking, like, you walk into a solid wall, essentially, is what it feels like. And you just look up, and she turns down and looks at you, and is like, "Which way are you going?"
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. He apologizes, pauses, sees her, and is like, yeah, that was bad on my part. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Or just has hands on hips, gives a whistle looking up like, oh my. Hello.
She nods. Anything? She's approaching the bar. Freya is.
Yeah. You enter, and the old man behind the bar kind of does a double take. Looks at you and very respectfully, he says, "Please, ma'am, this is a kind, gentle town."
She sits down and says, "Don't worry, I'm not with them anymore."
Oh, well, great. Let me get a clean glass for you, ma'am.
Biggest one you got.
Knock is stunned.
serves you a big drink.
Do these people like move over one seat?
Yeah, they all kind of let's make some room. Very, very, very politely, not too terrified, just
Gotcha.
very,
She's not paying him too much mind.
very clearly just getting out of the way.
You seen any of them blood plate around? Similar to what I'm wearing?
No, no, ma'am. Only other adventurers. He just kind of looks out in the room. Just walked in with you, and one came in earlier. There were some Order of Elara here earlier, but they've either headed out for the Malus already, or they've just gone elsewhere right now.
Understood. She'll wait for her drink.
Yeah, he serves you. You do make out that, let's see, there is a table in the back where there appears to be an official town meeting going underway. This is all of you can see that. Beside them is another table with people wearing the colors of the Campfire Society. They appear to be carpenters and masons, which you know as a kind of a humanitarian relief effort guild. They come in and help build towns, help build infrastructures and things like that. They're widely seen around. Anybody else doing anything as they've come in?
Well, as I come in and I see what appears to be a pseudo-town meeting, I am going to say, oh, exactly what I was hoping for. Okay. There. Perfect. I am going to go have a word with those gentlemen and people and ladies and whatnot.
Okay.
And he turns and leaves and heads in that direction.
Okay.
All right, catch you later.
Aurora, what are you doing?
Suppose I'll also go pull up to the bar.
Alrighty. There's a few empty stools there. The old man behind the bar, he goes, "Welcome to the Rune, ma'am."
Oh,
Glad
such a pleasant name.
Ah, yes, and he kind of points to behind the bar where there is a enormous brass plaque inlaid in silver. It's very ornate. It's got a big patina of age on it, despite the fact that it is clean and as polished as he could make it. I'm going to put an image of it in images for the Tuesday channel here. 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, it's got a couple of words on it that are in some kind of runic language that you can't make heads or tails of.
Quite a unique thing to name a bar after. Is it's got a particular meaning?
Okay. Well, no, we haven't sorted out exactly what it means. We've had members of the Silver Sages here, top-notch scholars. Haven't been able to sort out exactly what the meaning of this is. All I can tell you is my grandpappy, when he was building the root cellar here, first moved into Barleybrook with that malus out there when it was fresh. He dug down and he found that. And later, when his son, me, or my father, decided to choose to make this place into a tavern, I hung it up on he hung up on the wall, and decided to name the place after it, the Rune.
Oh, wouldn't you fancy that? Let's hope it means something along the lines of good tidings and good drink.
We hope so. I mean, nearest the scholars could figure it is something from the very first age of Pellon, before there was even magic.
Wow.
Something that got buried in the Starfall catastrophe.
It must
It
have
must have-
traveled a long way.
Well, it was buried here, so it could have been blown here or whatever, but it's intact. Okay. Let's get our last person in now. Arriving a little bit late, but not to worry. Cosme.
Okay. You'll probably see a 7.5 foot sort of cross between a simian and human. Feel like dressed with tan leathers, with armor of like chiseled rock, and with green accented fur robes, carrying this large stick that is essentially acts as sort of a walking cane and or a staff, and he's riding atop a Highland ox, which is basically a very hairy sort of oxen creature with massive horns, as he's just walking towards the tavern.
Awesome.
Yeah, he would hitch the ox to whatever post there would be, and
Yeah, there's a hitching
possibly
post there.
slowly approach the tavern and open the doors.
Make sure you select your miniature before moving. There you go.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome, says the bartender. Ah, good. You do look like another adventurer, I hope. Mayor's going to be really happy to see so many of you in town.
Indeed, I am. It's been a long journey. Because we'll grab a seat and slowly eye the woman in the armor that I'm assuming my associate had described to me, and he would eye it but try his best to remain calm.
She will maybe notice you. Up to you.
I don't know. I think he would be cautious enough not to make it obvious, but he definitely does.
She is just enjoying a very large glass of ale.
Yeah, it goes. Maybe we'll put his staff leaning against the table, and his massive harried forearms on the table, and look to the man and say, "Any refreshments that you have would be very much appreciated."
Ooh, very well, very well. He turns and kind of hollers back to the kitchen. What you cooking back there, son? And you hear a younger voice say, roast duck. Should be soon. Should be ready soon. Oh, there you have it. Roast duck. We do have some fruit, some nuts, and of course our town is famous for our brew and ale.
I very much enjoy some fruit. It has been quite some time since I've scavenged my own.
No need for that here. And he plops some fruit down in front of you and a brew.
Yeah, and yeah, they would also see just Cosme is very much covered in fur, and so he's very mindful to make sure that nothing gets too dirty as he gets into the fruit and takes some reasonable bites. He doesn't go super into it, but yeah, he
So
enjoys
he's fastidious.
meal. Something like that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to Mikhail here, who has gone up to the table with what appears to be the town meeting.
Yes.
There is an officious-looking Galapa who looks at you as you approach. Oh, welcome, sir.
Good evening. Well, real quick, what time of day is it? Noon?
It's late afternoon.
Late
Probably
afternoon?
probably about 2 hours before sunset. Still.
Okay, so we're still in after. Okay. Good afternoon, folk, sirs and gentlemen and ladies. My name is Mikhail Pruitt. I am of the Silver Sage Society. I'm come here on behalf to look into this issue with the former Malus. However, I did want to speak to you about possible brigands on the road. Is this an issue that you are all having?
Yeah, there's we got word earlier today with a group of Order of Elara, and he kind of shakes his head even as he says their name. Strange bunch they were, but yeah, they said there were that they had encountered bandits on the road, and that a lot of it had run off, and that we might want to be a little concerned about it. That's kind of why we're having our meeting here today. We're discussing a proposal brought to us by the Venture Society.
Oh, proposal about the brigands?
Well, a proposal that would ensure our town a bit more protection. I mean, we are all very relieved that there are adventurers showing up to look into this Malus situation that's going on right on our doorstep. But he kind of taps the papers. If what the Venture Syndicate is offering is true, and as he says that, several of the other notables around the table nod, and a couple shake their heads. It might mean a garrison here that would help protect the town against such things as brigands.
Oh, well, I would, that was my original curiosity that I was having, was wanting to know exactly what was going on with that. But if you are determining the brigands are not what you would call an important point right now, I just figured that they might cause problems for future adventurers coming in and dealing with the actual issue. But
I haven't thought about it that way. We did send word out to the outlying farms to be on their guard, but everybody already is on guard. In fact, I think one of our local farmers has gone to investigate the Malus against our wishes, but hopefully Stenson's come back okay. He left a couple of days ago.
Well, I'm mainly here with the Silver Sage Society to determine I'm here to assist, and if you, I suppose I came over here to ask, what would you determine to be the more pertinent issue? Would it be the Malus, or would it be the possible brigands?
Well, I imagine if brigands are too much of a danger, we stand to lose a couple head of cattle. But the Malus, if it indeed is fully operational and come back to life, every man, woman, and child in this town is is at risk.
Mm.
So we have to think that it's the malice that is the biggest concern of ours right now.
Has anything happened with the malice except for the light at the top? Has there been any creatures, sounds, oddities?
Well, we're just farmers here. Stetson was brave and has gone off to look and see what's going on there, but nothing else other than that light, visible day and night. There is an image in the Tuesday images of what you can see looking off to the west. It's on the horizon, but it's very visible.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand if I just didn't want. Oh no, there's a brigand coming around and he's going to do something terrible, and it could be a quick issue that would be dealt with while right before we deal with whatever problem is happening. Being, I mean, it's.
Hopefully there would be more adventurers here. Some that may be able to stay and help police the town, but we're really hoping that this brigandry won't come right to our doorstep.
I completely understand. Completely. All right. Well, I suppose I will start on the issue with the malice. And he pauses and he looks around and he sees that the companion that he was with is over by the bar. But now that incredibly large woman is apparently staring at him.
She was hearing talk of the malice, so she walked over and is kind of just like leaning against the table, listening in.
Did you walk over to the town meeting?
Yeah, I walked over and she's just been listening in. If they noticed her, it would be mostly Theo.
Yeah, Theo kind of, his Galaga eyes, which are already very heavily lidded and look old, they kind of open a bit wider. And he gives you kind of a polite, respectful nod.
I plan to go to the malice as well and deal with it.
Good, says Theo.
I have a task to take care of in the forest as well.
Good. That it sounds important. Yes, important.
You plan to go as well?
To the malice. Yes, malice. Yes, that is something that I am going to do. Yeah.
Do you need a few drinks of alcohol?
No. I'm.
Are you okay?
I'm good. He is obviously intimidated by.
She'll sit down in the chair.
Well, it's not only her size and her strength, but she's also she's wearing that armor, and he's very intimidated by that.
I assure you, I'm not a member of the Blood Plate. These are their armor, but not anymore for me.
Oh,
that's a relief to hear, good woman. Says Theo.
She raises her shield, and you can see on it a massive emblem of fire. I currently am representing the Cinder Guard. I am one of their embers. I am on my rite of ignition.
Oh.
okay.
Well, I do say your presence is very appreciated here, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ecosme, having been sitting next to the fire, overhearing most of this, walks up, leaves his bowl of fruit on the chair, while chopping the last bit of pear that he has. Walks up to the meeting. It appears this is where I've been sent to as well.
Oh,
I
good.
can't believe you guys are who I'm supposed to be with.
What? You're going to the Malus as well.
Yeah.
Good. You look like
Yes.
you're spry.
A man of knowledge, it seems.
Out of character, I'm not seeing anything about the Ember Guard. Do I know anything about the Ember Guard?
Cinderguard.
So Cinderguard,
Or Cinder Guard, excuse me.
that
it is-
page is hidden, sorry.
yeah, no, you just know it is a religious order of Treen, Lord Treen. More what you've heard is with the coming of the new gods and the death of the god of war, Lord Treen has taken up the mantle, and a lot of warriors and soldiers follow the order, the Cinder Guard, in his guise as the kind of the impromptu god of war.
Mm. Okay.
But other than that, you have no real firsthand, knowledge of them. This is the first member
Certainly
of the
ask her.
This is the first member of the Cinder Guard you've ever met.
Right. He's a little too intimidated by that to do that just yet. But he goes, "Oh, well, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, and
You
myself.
came in with someone, correct?
Yes. Where?" And he looks around and he sees her off in the distance, and he goes, Aurora."
We'll kind of just give a wave from where she's been like warming her wings on the edges of like the stone here.
Yeah, I think Aurora wanted to go as well.
And she'll approach at this point. Yes. Yes. I was certainly.
Good. This makes appears to be a balanced party.
Yes. Quite the capabilities we all
Where did
have here,
Rivet
it
go?
seems.
Locke would be beside the campfire society. He would wave and nod towards them, greeting them.
Well,
Greetings, good fellows of the campfire society. I can't help but feel that there are some odd things happening around town. Is this proper?
It seems to be, and this is the dwarf there that's talking to you. Well, we got here like almost in time to see this flame light up on the top of the old Malus. Not really our task to investigate it, as it were. It's given us all a bit of the shivers. Really, we're here to begin work on building a barracks as soon as this town council over here can get their act together and sign an agreement.
I see. But last I heard, it was the Venture who was heading this contract?
Yeah, a certain faction within the Venture Society. They had a representative come through here named Rylan, and he took up really well with the council here. We followed a couple weeks in his wake. I'm not sure exactly why they're not signing the agreement yet, but hopefully they will, and we can get to work.
Well, Father's blessings on you.
Freya will just do a quick scan of the room as, just taking a moment. Does anything stand out to her?
Nothing really suspicious. There is one dark, cloaked figure in the corner by himself. He does cast some glances towards all of you adventurers every once in a while. But other than that, he appears to try to keep focused on the beer he's cupping in his hands.
Cosme will look down to the ribbit that he sees and will speak to him. Oh, I've never seen your kind before. How intriguing.
Unless you've been out to the seas, I don't think you would have met most of us. But anyway, you're the adventurers then.
Regardless, well met, friend. And he will
Well
lean
met.
down and offer his furry hand to Knock.
Knock reaches up, shakes your hand.
All right.
You must help the good fellows over here safeguard the town in order for proper work to begin.
It seems so. I and Cosme will get a little closer to the group. I come by the behest of a representative of the Dawn Rangers of the New Dawn, specifically Serafina.
Oh, the Mayor Theo says, I've heard of her. She came through here a couple of years back with a contingent of the Rangers. Very nice woman.
Indeed, I wish to improve myself, and this seems like the opportunity to do so, as well as to help out another trying common folk, if you will. I too come from a land of farming and agriculture, if you see.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, we're very happy that you're here, and we hope that that light up on the mountain is just a light, and that nothing really will come of it. That would be the best news.
Well, I can assure you, if it becomes an issue, I will more than happily seek and try to handle the situation if it were to arise. But let us hope for the best, nonetheless.
Indeed, indeed. He kind of looks to the fellow ranking notables around the table with him and says, "Hi, lady and gentlemen. I'd like to put this to one more vote. Those in favor of signing this agreement with the Venture Syndicate, we stand to get some really good prices for our upcoming crops and some protection here against brigands and such. They're really not asking for much. It's what they're offering." The one man, Henry, he seems to be the one that kind of shakes his head the most against this. That's just it, Theo. It's too good. What's the catch? I mean, we spoke with Ryland. He was a decent fellow, but I don't know if I trust the Venture Syndicate to that extent, to have them base a soldiery here. I mean, yes, we'd have to feed them, and we would make money from, the venture syndicate's offers were lucrative. But it just seems too good. We've been doing all right. It's been 100 years since that Malus. And yeah, it's grumbling and raising a stink apparently, but look, we've got adventurers here. I dare say we'd have adventurers anytime we called for them to come and lend aid. Everybody around the table kind of digests that as they continue to try to mull over what they want to do.
By the way, I don't know if I told you guys this, but if you press enter, you can type and have a speech bubble above your head. Like that. If you ever need to like get his attention for anything like that.
Okay.
Was there anything anybody else was doing? Like Aurora? I'm not sure if you were.
He's been kind of listening to the back and forth between all the townsfolk here. Just not a whole lot to actually. I think as they're going back and forth about like weighing the pros and potential cons of their deal here, she'll just come up alongside Mikhail. No, I'm not one to have much knowledge on this myself, but perhaps having a third party look over the contract to make sure it's all good and well could help ease your concerns.
I mean, I would be happy to look over anything. I'm somewhat skilled in the written word.
Theo kind of looks at the other members of his city council, and they kind of nod agreement, and he passes you the documents. If you would, we would appreciate your insight.
Okay.
Aurora will give you like a gentle pat on the back with one of her wings as like a, hey, nice.
Yeah, Cosme will look to... Sorry, what was the turtle's name again?
Theo.
Theo. Yeah, he will look to Theo and go, it is quite noble to consider the worries of the people. I do agree that perhaps some caution should be taken, but as far as I'm aware, it seems to be quite a good deal for everyone involved.
Well, we are not... I mean, we know what we are. We are simple folk, salt of the earth, farmers, etc., making the best of what the world has to offer. But when we do get adventurers such as yourselves come through, you come with a gravitas of respect, having seen much more of the world than even I have. So we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate just the effort and the risks that you take day to day.
Yes.
Welcome now.
Risks.
It's the good folk of the world like yourselves that let us do such. Wouldn't go around all adventuring and all sorts if they want y'all to put up these nice taverns and supply us with our goods. But anyways.
All right. Mikhail will go over and sit at this table right, huh? And he will...
Indeed.
Okay. And not you. So you guys are reading the contract over there. I see Freyla is talking to our little...
Freya. But yeah.
Freya, sorry. Talking to our little Kitari over
She
there in the
walks
corner.
over and gives him a look. Hello there.
Ma'am.
You've been here long. You another adventure.
Just this afternoon.
Hmm. She's just staring at him.
Roll
No,
intimidation.
come through with a party that is heading for points further north.
Hmm.
A lot of demand up north.
You head into the new Malus.
Well, hopefully we'll get there before another new Malus arrives, but
That is a
yes.
concern. So you are representing a group.
Yeah, I am, you could say. And he opens his cloak enough to reveal that underneath it he is wearing an Order of Elara tunic.
Ah, okay. Is there anything that stands out to me?
Give me an instinct check.
Okay. That is with instinct. That is just a straight roll, so that would have been a 11.
All
Can
you
I
can say is
apply my experience to this?
I'll let you.
Spending a hope. That makes that a 13.
Okay, what experience is it again?
Oh, sorry, a 12. Survivor.
Survive.
Just general like vibe.
Okay.
Trying to be aware of things.
You've met a couple Order of Elara people. They are very thee and thou and educated and clean.
This person is not.
Respectful. You could smell a stink coming from this guy.
Is it a familiar stink?
You've smelt people that like this before, yes. You can't pinpoint it, but he just he smells dirty. He smells foul. You even get using your survival thing, you get a hint of blood from him.
I'll grab one side of the table here and kind of push it out of the way a bit and get nice up and close and lean in. I smell something on you.
Right.
He kind of backs away and he says, "Well,
She'll take a step closer.
the road was rough.
Are you hurt?
Right.
I did have an injury. It's still healing. That's why I'm staying here while the rest of us move on."
Who's us? Who's your friends? What's their names?
He hesitates for a bit.
Put my hand on his shoulder. I think we should take a look at this injury. And I'll just rip off his cloak. Just with one hand, rip his cloak off, and I'm trying to grab at his tunic as well.
Okay. He is going to try to step back and out from under your grip, but
That's fine. You mean make a strength check?
yeah, make a strength check.
All right, that'll be a
Party of
+2
the
to
first
this.
person ups with the party of the second person.
That's an 8 or 9. Sorry.
A
Not
9.
rolling well.
Okay. Yeah, no, he kind of steps back and holds up a hand and says, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know what the issue here is, but
I know.
I think I'd better go."
No, I don't think you will.
Where you been stabbed?
You just like crawl up from the shadows.
Yeah, where have you been stabbed? You don't seem hurt.
You like lifting up his cloak?
Yeah.
He kind of like tries to
seem to be
tuck it
moving
down
just right.
and get and turn around, but you lift it up enough to see that on the back of his Order of Elara tunic, there's a blood stain.
Ooh. Did you get stabbed in the back?
Walking
Yeah,
around just
I'm
fine.
very good with knives.
Well, I'm mostly healed up, but
Ah, how fortunate of you.
Freya is just going to
Pat you on the
unsheath her
back.
axe.
You might need more luck, apparently.
Things are escalating over there.
yeah, you can all see that there is some kind of escalation happening over in the corner.
Mikhail has
Not an
no idea
escalation,
this
a
is.
bet.
Just focusing on your document.
Yeah, I'm reading over the documents. I'm trying to see.
That's true. Nobody's really raised their voices yet.
Yeah,
So.
I haven't raised my voice yet. Yeah.
So yeah, you're not that pulled away from what you're doing.
You are no member of the Order of Elara. I know them. You are nothing like them. State who you are.
Ikozme will slowly walk up and just stay by the table, just watching over it, but not interfering.
We
Perhaps,
should get your
ma'am,
injuries checked out.
we should take this outside.
No.
No,
good
no,
folk
no.
at the
We
bar
should check
don't
out
need
your
anything to do
injuries
with
right
it.
now. Judging from how deep that wound is in your
Yes.
back, your
Let's take
spine
this
should have been
outside.
severed. No, not outside. It's too dangerous outside.
Oh,
Here's
no.
best.
He won't get far if he's outside. I know who you are. This is complete,
Oh,
you know.
And I know who you are,
Do
Blood
you?
Prey Brigade.
Yeah. And?
How do you think the rest of this town can stomach you here?
They've already fed me a nice drink. And I can smell the trash making its way in.
my money's on the big one. Hey, I'm just saying.
If you want to
you're
take this
hurt.
outside, what was your name?
Jerk.
Jarek. Whatever.
Jareth.
We can take it outside. And she'll
Yeah.
stop leaning in his direction and stand straight up, her head almost touching the ceiling.
He starts walking towards the exit.
I will be right behind him.
Ikozme will walk to the exit.
Very intrigued.
She's just
Come
on
on,
his
who's
ass.
gonna bet on the small one? Bet on the small
Uh,
one. Come on.
I will give a whistle, and Boss outside is gonna block the exit.
He's just gonna sit right in front of the door.
Big cow.
She'll reach and grab him by the shoulder.
Oh, there
Who put a
appears
cow
to be an
here?
obstruction. A living obstruction.
Listen, you're not fooling anyone. You're going to try to run.
He kind of puts his back to the cow. Says, "Listen,
Why are you really here?
listen. I don't want to cause any trouble. You could probably tear me in two. I have no wish to be torn in two.
Then explain why you're wearing those robes when they are not yours.
He lowers his voice.
Kill them? You killed them.
I did
Oh.
not. I did not. My
You defiled their corpses.
Let him talk.
Okay.
my companions. They kind of shanghaied me into this. I'm watching out for them, watching for adventurers for them. But honestly, it's not worth my life.
Nothing is.
But your armor, they wear it beneath their fake cloaks.
And you? You do not wear this armor?
Just what they've given me. I haven't earned it yet.
Would I know that that's bullshit?
No, I mean, you know that you earn it,
Yeah.
but that you can get bits of it and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he does reveal that he's wearing leather underneath with a few bits of red armor on it, but not a lot. Of course, leather armor wouldn't have a lot anyway.
I'll give you this one chance. Tell me where your friends are. And what they are doing here.
They're here to investigate the new Malus here, the resurgence.
Mhm.
They went earlier today. We got word that one of these farmers, Stetson, has knowledge. Went out to investigate it.
We see
They
Freya
went over to his place to find out what's going on.
You're going to accompany us when we go there. You understand?
If you wish.
Yes. Because you and I both know what they might have done. And if that's the case, you're guilty by association.
They just left me here to watch. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, we'll find out. And she'll just grab him by the shoulder and wait, because she knows there are other adventurers who are going to go to the Malus. And she looks at the ribbit. Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, no problem.
What was your name?
I am Nock.
I am Freya. And you?
Oh, pardon my intrusion on the matter. It seemed you needed assistance. I am a Cosme, or, if it is easy for you to pronounce, Eco.
Eco. Thank you. I appreciate you being over here. Is this your cow?
Indeed, boss. You can return to your business, and boss will just graze on the on the grass outside now. He's quite braver than he seems.
She's just going to detain him, essentially, and hold him in the corner. That'll be it for her.
Okay. Back to you guys that are reading the document.
Yep.
It looks pretty up and up. You could agree, though, that it is a very sweet deal. They're offering, more than 10% over what last year's crops sold for, and they're offering to buy a majority of it up. And they want to house a garrison of 20 soldiers here for the protection. It expressly says for the protection of Barley Brook.
For the protection of Barley Brook. Okay, there's nothing hidden in the details here. There's no flowery words that say, "Oh, by the way, we totally have the soldiers don't have operational control of this and this and this, and you can't tell them what to do."
Well,
and
it does say that they are to follow the orders of the mayor and the city council.
Okay.
It says that they are to help police the area, and that they are ultimately, though, under the command of the Venture Syndicate.
Okay.
If need should arise that the Venture Syndicate needs them elsewhere, that they are allowed to mobilize them and take them places. Probably the main thing is that the document is missing is anything about time or duration.
Like how long they'll stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Document doesn't have anything about how long they'll be there.
Okay. So that entire time where they were speaking with the gentleman in the corner and all that, Mikhail missed all of that. He was too busy looking over this document. And when it was done, He will move back over to the table here, and he says, "Well, I gave this a look over. Everything here looks fairly good. However, there's one thing that I think that is missing, and he brings out a he pokes at a part of the written word and says, "There's nothing here stating how long. There's the who, what, where, how, all that is in there, but the when is not. You don't have like a duration. There's not like how long they're going to be here, how short they're going to be here, how long this deal will last. So you kind of want to put like, I would have someone write up something that makes sense to both of you for durations for the whole thing. Maybe a clause at the end that states you come back in 6 months and decide if you want to continue this or something like that.
True. There's no duration there. The terms were supposed to begin this year to have the barracks built and a standing soldiery established by harvest season, which of course is 8 months away.
Well,
Rock
if there's
would like to ask. Yeah.
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
If there was nothing listed here for like when something needs to be done, you should definitely put something in there for like, because I could totally see that some gentleman that oh yeah, we're gonna build the barracks. We'll get to it as soon as we can, and then it takes
Well,
2,
I mean,
3
he
years.
points over to the table and says, "The men are here all ready to build."
No.
Commence building.
No. Mikhail just waves and he leans in a little bit closer and he goes, they're here. That means nothing. Where's the materials? Do they have the beams? Do they have the shingles? The nails?
Not yet. We were supposed to supply them with the raw lumber, and that they would build.
Oh, you're supposed to supply that. So Mikhail is actually Mikhail is subtly changing just a little bit because of his upbringing. The bit of the merchant is coming out, and he's just like you. I'm not saying you need to stiff them on anything. Of course not. That's not what you want to do. That's not a good business practice. But like, you want to make sure that they're not going to drag their feet on doing anything, and everyone's getting a fair shake here. So I would have someone official write up some kind of timing clause on the whole shebang, and when it's done, have a let's circle back and make sure everyone is happy in like a year, and we can rediscuss when the rejigger the contract should it need to be.
Okay, give me a persuade. Is it persuade? Not persuade. Presence check.
Presence. Okay. So I need that.
And you delivered a very well orchestrated argument, so do it with advantage. So additional d6.
Okay.
This is
there's
not
that.
this is not a
Nice.
a hope or fear roll. So, and roll a d6.
So that's 19.
19.
Or I'm sorry, 18.
Well, you give us something good to think about. I think you're right that we should write up another document asking for more clarifications. We can submit that back to them down south at I got to name the town that's down south still. But you know that the town he names has got the teleportation network, etc.
Oh.
From there, the document can travel to the hands of the Venture Society pretty quickly.
Nock
Yeah.
would also like to ask the chief or the mayor that's here at the moment.
Mhm.
How many folks here know how to fight?
Well, I mean, every farm boy grows up dreaming about fighting, but as far as being
Knowing?
trained or knowing, not too
Yes.
many.
How big is town?
About, I think, 700 people at last recollection.
I see.
But most of them are in, the outlying farms in the area.
Be careful of allowing, how to say, warriors that are not aligned with.
Well, they would be under my orders.
Not really. Contract said earlier that they follow Venture Syndicate.
Well, ultimately, they follow the Venture Syndicate, but while they're here, they are, mine to command.
But if orders say otherwise, and then Nock would just motion with his dagger onto his neck.
Oh, I mean, that seems a little.
And the mayor turns a little bit more green.
This is proper. This is opportunity.
Well, yes, obviously the Venture Syndicate. We've largely agreed that the Venture Syndicate isn't entering any contracts that they don't stand to gain more from than they offer, which is why this contract is in such contention here.
Ignore that. Sorry.
But you and your friend here have given us much to think about. But we will begin with starting a new document asking for more clarifications about this.
This could, yes. Yes. Could stay alive.
Just hopping backwards.
Yeah.
It's an
That
expertise
was-
skill.
Right.
Also, more good to just have a beneficial deal for both parties involved.
You're gonna hear Freya call out to you three. Fellow adventurers, do you have a moment?
Huh? What? Oh. Yes. Yes. I all finished here. Well, thank you, sir. Hope you have your issues well in hand, and I will be around if you need any more help with anything involving writings or such. By the way, you don't happen to have a library in town, do you?
No, not as such. No, private collections is about it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. And he'll head over to the others. By the way,
They wish you luck as you depart.
that roll that I made, you said was not a duality check?
Correct.
Okay. So
It's just a
Reaction roll.
A reaction roll.
right. So I didn't get. I rolled a 6, which is my strange patterns die. So I don't. So it's not a duality die. So I don't get the thing.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
If it has to be a duality for that, yeah.
Yep. Roll that number on a duality die.
Okay.
So you guys all gather up back at the doorway, where you see that there is a cloaked
Kinda
figure, somewhat
hard to hear you.
uncloaked now.
Okay.
Oh, did we find someone else?
This one here, and she'll lean down towards where you are a bit and says, seems to be associated with the active Bloodplate Brigade members. They have visited a farmer here named Stenson.
Oh,
Time to kick some ass then.
Possibly. It depends on what they did. He's coming to as well. If we need to have him talk to them or accept the justice on their behalf.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
And she'll turn to the tavern keep. Tavern man,
Yes.
this is a farmer named Stenson. Where is he?
He's just over the hill to the west.
All right. We are going to go check on him. There might have been something that happened according to this one. She kind of grabs him by the shoulder and yanks him towards her. So we're going to check on him. We'll bring back word if anything's happened.
That's good.
Is there anything else anybody needs to do before we head out?
Wait, you're saying that you want to go and find a group of these folk and do what exactly?
Make them explain what they're doing. Because Bloodplate Brigade, normally they are not up to good. I know.
No, believe me, I have heard a lot about the Bloodgate Brigade. I just Bloodman, right?
She didn't seem offended.
Yeah, he's just very nervous. And suddenly he was here to do research, and now it's like, oh, we're going to go throw down. We're totally going to go fight.
We should talk to them first. If they give a reason to fight, don't worry. I will prevent you from taking any damage.
That's good to know.
You also have your friend there. She seems capable.
Even Pellon was like, yeah, exactly. Gonna go help some more people, just like we did here. Just maybe a little more personal this time.
Okay. I can do that. That I can do. That is a thing that I can do.
There you go. That's the attitude to have.
Okay. Let's go. And he'll follow.
Okay, you guys make your way westwards. Kind of leave the center of town proper, which is not very much, of a town. It's mostly the inn and a couple nearby homes that people.
He calls me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to. The thing's giving me a bit of issues.
Tailspire not letting you in.
Yeah, something like that. Just some issues with the internet. See.
Gotcha. Well, if you need any sort of visuals, let me know. I'll link you the stream.
Okay. Alright, it should be back now.
Oh, perfect. I imagine that Freya kind of grabbed the scruff of this Qatari and it's just holding him above the ground as we walk.
Hostaged.
Yep. He's under your power.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I will feed the last of my fruit to Boss, and I'll pat him on the hide and say, "Come on, friend, let's get going."
And then be west, which is up here.
Yeah.
Westward bound.
Go ahead and move us to the map for the farm.
As we're making our way west, generally like approaching, Aurora would have kind of taken to the skies just to see a little bit ahead, mostly just to say if there's like smoke wafting into the air or anything.
No smoke.
That's good. Hopefully.
You do see a farm over the hill that's not very far away, but it appears to be all quiet from what you can see.
Yeah, after an initial glance would reland look. Well, it doesn't seem not too busy. The farm's still there. Good sign.
I'm gonna bring everybody here Tuesday. Could you right click on Jareth and make him unique for me? It should be under GM or something like that.
GM tools make unique.
Perfect. We'll move him once we need to. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Need made. Oh, knock. There he is. Okay.
Good lord.
Hmm.
Just suddenly this.
So you come down the hillside towards this farmhouse.
See.
You don't see. I'm going to move this person elsewhere. It is about at this time that the person you're holding on to does something very stupid. He gives a really loud, sharp whistle.
I'm gonna punch him in the jaw
God.
as hard as I can.
You can't stop him.
I know, but I'm still gonna punch him.
The whistle goes out, and then you punch him. Roll to hit with advantage. You are restraining him.
Okay. +2 here. So that's 11.
Yeah, it's enough to hit him.
Be a D8 +1. Or sorry, this is with my fist. Check. A D4. Okay. Do you?
You
Seem
spin
fair.
me right.
It did eventually land, I
Hey.
guess.
There we go. It's 1 or 2, either one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, not only does it crack his jaw, it stops his whistling.
That was very dumb of you.
Wait. Okay.
But immediately on hearing that, you hear a piercing scream come from inside the farmhouse,
Oh,
I'm-
Jesus.
I'm gonna be rushing towards the farmhouse.
and a dog begins to bark wildly.
Are we talking about like a
No.
scream of horror and pain, or a scream of battle, or
Male to
Pain.
male
Female scream of pain
thank you.
in the
Okay.
farmhouse or the barn?
in the farmhouse.
All right. She's running full speed with this guy, still held at the scruff.
I gotta
Um,
knock down the dog.
I see that we're missing some people in the map. Is anybody stuck?
Yeah,
No,
sorry. I'm trying to.
There's a
So,
dog.
internet thing
There's
here.
a dog at the door. A German Shepherd that is just scratching at the door and just howling and barking and seems desperate to get into the house.
All right. I'm gonna be running, and I'm gonna take this man and throw him at the door as hard as I can.
Oh, I guess that works too.
Everybody else, what you doing?
Yeah.
Nog watches as the man goes through the door.
Me
Well,
and Boss will be running alongside her to try to assist.
We'll be following along for backup. Hell yeah.
I am accompanying the group.
You make that sound bad.
Wasn't sure. It was at disadvantage.
All right, roll the hit with the door with Jareth. The door is not trying to dodge, so it's a good roll. It shouldn't be a very difficult roll.
As a 19 +2 restraint.
Yeah, that hits. The door goes flying in. Jareth goes through it with him. With it. I got to get some figures in here.
You can always check Hero Forge on the lists on the left. Those are a good place to find things. I
Bring the
need...
roof off. There we go.
There you go. Debris. Let me put that in my list here.
Oh, come on.
Remember, you can shift click to teleport things.
Okay. Well, yeah, I need to remember all these things. I can't.
I know. It's all right.
Let's.
Gives me time to update the sounds.
Oh, I am standing in blood.
Oh, good.
That's probably not actually there.
Sorry, it says I'm waiting on GM for
Oh,
this.
okay. There you go.
Okay, thank you. All right, should be good now. Fingers crossed. All right.
Woo. Why do I get the feeling that Boss is going to be like the hero of this party?
I hope so. That would be cool.
There you go.
Yes.
Someone needs to be.
Yeah, I imagine, you know, like how those people that throw things really far when they spin
Shot
around
put.
with someone? Shot put, yeah. That's what I
Ah.
basically did with him.
Oh god.
full
That's
strength
dangerous.
into the door.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully head first. Oh,
Yo. If it was back first, you would be dead.
God damn it. Okay. Where is... Oh, he's right here. Alright, why does the lid keep coming back on the house every time I move something around?
click the lock next to your little triangle. That way you can lock it. Or diamond. And it won't do that anymore. It's because whenever you move miniatures, it's trying to find a new roof level. So yeah, if you lock it and then click the bookmark, you should be good to go.
Okay. There we are. And let's lock him down. All right. As soon as that door goes open, the dog launches himself in. You kind of have a surprise right now. So,
Prayer will follow the dog in.
you see the dog just launch himself at this one man in armor.
She's just gonna get up in there.
You see that they are wearing Order of Elara surcoats, but there are bits of red armor showing from underneath. They have a woman by the arms. Looks like they've just punched her, and they have another farmer. The two in the back have another farmer semi-conscious.
Okay.
And that's what you see.
I'll let the others kind of figure out what they're going to do first, because I think I'm just going to go unstoppable right now. She is immediately enraged by everything that's going on.
Welcome, Lord.
Okay.
I have an unstoppable die. It starts at 1. And we can figure out that as it goes along, but resistance to physical, my armor score is increased by my proficiency, so I have a 12 now. Okay, good to go. That's all she's doing right now, and standing within very close range of both of the two people.
Okay. I'll go to Knock next, who is next closest to the door.
Knock.
I'll put
Out of
spectator
line
in
of
there.
sight. Want to mark a stress, peer into the shadows, and hide. Is there anyone that's... Yes. Yeah, Knock is going to hide.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Is that a finesse check for stealth?
Oh, maybe? I don't know. If I'm actually out of line of sight, I have no idea.
Yeah, finesse hide. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a finesse with advantage.
That would be 14.
Okay. That's good enough.
That's just regular, right? That's not a duality thing?
That's just a regular roll, right?
Okay.
Boss would, or Cosme will probably try to rush in, and because of how animal companion works, Boss is gonna like follow right behind me through the door.
And he fit through the door?
Yeah, can he?
Yeah, he can fit. Just
He just steps on Jarrus.
Yeah, I'll see the situation. Cosme will look to Boss and go, "Quick, we must protect them." And I will. He will take out like the branch staff that's like covered in moss, and he'll like twirl it around his body and try to attack the guy behind her.
As you just to quickly describe something, as you get near Freya, you can hear the sounds of like ticking coming from her deep within. Like a clock.
Gotcha. Cosme will note that as he like twirls the staff around and tries to crack across the guy's head.
okay. Roll an attack. This is a duality roll.
Alright, that will be a 20 with fear.
20 with fear. Okay, that's 1.
Um,
That hits.
Alright, D10 plus 1. Or is it plus 3? It's plus 3. Okay. Alright, that'll be a total of 9.
9. Okay. He grunts and kind of spins around because you've hit him. I'm going to take the fear, but I'm not going to act yet. So I'm going to go to Mikhail.
So Mikhail is very confused about all this. He's like, "Oh, what?" And then suddenly, like, she smashes him through the door, and then in goes the frog man, and then in goes the druid man, and then in goes the frickin' beast. And it's just like, whoa, I'm gonna
There is a
No.
window here and there.
I'm gonna sit right by this door, and I'm gonna be a lookout. And I'm gonna see if anyone else is a coming from anywhere else. Because that whistle was loud. And who knows what might come running up to the door.
Okay. That brings me back to Aurora.
Lady. Aurora's gonna go ahead and, following suit with everybody else, charge on into the building here. Great swords drawn. Really trying to make a little leap over the body on the ground as she, and potentially the dog. Yes. Ah, fuck. There we go. Okay. Yes, nicely there. And so, yeah, okay. So the guy here seems to be one of the aggressors, right?
Oh yeah, the aggressors are clear. They're like they were holding on to the woman. One of them, that's fist cocked back, about to punch her again.
Well, they definitely seem like they're doing bad things, so I'm going to go ahead and take a slash at this guy with a greatsword.
Roll duality die to hit.
Nice.
Ah, fuck.
So close.
That's rough.
Not great.
9 plus my, or including my strength.
Your sword kind of it gets caught up on a wall or a beam in the ceiling. Not very wieldy within these tight confines. And just kind of just glances off this guy's shoulder, not really penetrating anything. It's too fear. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I've
Okay.
got enough to turn everything into actions. Okay. I'll start with the finger wiggler in the back. Oh shit! God damn it! I think I just put somebody up on the roof.
I gotcha. He's on the floor now.
Okay, thank you. Ah! Interference, says the guy in the back. And he casts a spell. Let's see. Yeah. I need a an agility save, an agility check from Freya and Eco.
Okay. If Eco is going to take damage, I will be doing I Am Your Shield.
Okay, it's just it's an area of effect that's hitting both of you if that's possible.
It just says that it takes damage.
Oh,
That's a crit.
All right, Eco, you feel a blast of heat, but that's all it does is it ruffles your fur.
I got a was this a agility you said?
Yes.
That is just the 17, I believe, right? Yeah.
Okay, that saves, so you're only going to take half of this.
Is it magical damage, right?
Yeah, it's magical fire.
Okay.
7, so 3 damage, which probably doesn't hit your minor. But
Actually, that does hit. Sorry, you said 3 damage?
yes.
My minor is 3, so I will be taking a point of it.
And that also, this blast of fire, it catches the curtains behind you all on fire.
Oh god.
That's his action.
If the village girl, if she was in danger at all, I would have stepped in front.
It looked like he was just lobbing it over your heads, a ball of fire that
Gotcha.
lobbed over and dumped on you.
Okay.
He's kind of restrained himself because he didn't want to ignite his two companions as well. This guy spins around to Eco that bonked him.
Yep.
And takes his sword and tries to plant a nice uppercut on you. That is a 12.
Yep, that just barely hits.
Okay.
I'll be doing I am your shield. Take that damage.
Oh,
1 damage.
I take no damage.
oh my god. Yeah, you
just,
Ego's about to like parry the
that
attack to the side, and the shield comes
is
up.
that a stress?
Yes, I do
you-
spend a stress to do that. Yep.
Okay.
And I marked it.
All right. Now this guy.
I did take damage from him, correct? Technically? Because it is
Not-
damage, not HP for this. So, it says when you take damage from a creature in melee range, you may mark a stress to immediately deal the weapon damage to the creature, which is what I will do.
Okay.
So I'll be spending 2 stress to do this. It's a D8 physical damage to that guy. Plus 1, that's 3 physical damage to him.
Alrighty.
Oh, you're a tank fighter. I see.
He gives a grunt. This guy who had a big 2-handed sword glance off his shoulder, turns around towards Aurora, says, "Ooh, I like your wings," and then he hacks at you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Ew, I don't think
That's a 2, unless you have almost no evasion.
that does not it.
Okay. Let's see, what else did I have to handle here? Okay, we got one more guy here. He kind of drops the man he was holding, and he's gonna throw a dagger at the big target there, Freya. And this is gonna drain all my actions out for a 15.
That'll definitely hit. You have to beat a 3, so.
Okay. 4 damage.
I will spend an armor slot, which will do my class ability called Vengeance, spending a d6 to the number of armor slots I marked, which is 1. I'll reduce that to below 0, and I will also spend another stress to add my d8 of my weapon as I charge towards him. I actually have reach because of me being a giant, so I just reach over and smack him.
You do have reach on him, yes.
So that's going to be a D8 and a D6 worth of damage right now.
Oh
No
my God.
attack. So it's 7 plus
Damn.
1.
Holy shit.
8 damage to him.
8 damage. Alrighty. He grunts and looks at you, and just you see a little glimmer of doubt crease his
Actually,
forehead.
I didn't need to do that, but it's all right. Because I'm unstoppable right now. Actually, because of that, it's a 9 damage.
Oh, okay. You just went up to major threshold. All right.
There we go.
More than a wrinkle of dismay.
Oh,
All right.
Gotcha. We're good.
Okay. And that is all my fear turned into action. So it's back to you guys.
Alright. Ecosma is gonna, after Freya puts the shield in front of him, Ecosma is gonna jump up and like hold the staff up to try to strike the guy in front of him. And as he does that, he's gonna look at Boss and go, "Attackers 1, go!" And he's gonna simultaneously, Boss is gonna attack the person that Aurora is attacking. So this will be for Eco. I believe that hits. That is a 15 in total with fear.
With fear. Okay, I'll take that fear and let you guys keep going. That hits.
Okay. We'll do the D10. That is 9 more points of damage. And then, yeah, boss is gonna, seeing that, boss is gonna, like, rear his head and, like, try to gouge the face of this guy that's in front of him. +1, I think. So only a 10 to hit, unfortunately.
Just misses him.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, that is with hope, though, so get a hope.
Gain a hope.
So that'll be my turn.
Okay. We'll go back to Freya here. You're in the heart of everything.
Freya is going to reach out and grab Abby by the shoulder, the farm lady, and just kind of swap places with her, if that's possible.
It's very possible. I just want a really easy agility check.
Okay. That is an 8 with fear.
I'm not counting fear on that, but that's fine. I'll let you swap places with her. So you're here, and she's where you were.
Yeah. And then if I'm able to swap places, I will take my axe or my shield, and I'd like to run straight towards these two and try to create some distance between everybody here and try to bash through both of them if you'd allow that.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll to hit.
Okay. With my tower shields, 2d12 plus 2. That is 12.
I will say you can hit them, but you're not successful in driving them back. Or
Okay,
pushing
so
through
would
them.
it just be the one in front of me then?
Yeah, the one.
Okay.
He's kind of standing in the way of the mage.
That's a D6 for the shield damage. 2 damage to him. Actually, that's 2 damage plus my unstoppable, which is 3. So that's 5 damage. Which my unstoppable is now at 4. The next time I hit, I'm out of unstoppable.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this guy's gonna just step back a half step as you do that. Yeah, he's not looking great. He's definitely bloodied.
Not will.
If I can, I would like to command boss, and I believe I can spend. Yeah, I'm gonna command boss to hurry, get her out of here, and boss is gonna like with his head like put the woman on his back, and he's gonna run out of the barn.
Okay. Well, that is what he's going to be doing. So he's
Okay.
basically separating her from the herd, as it were.
Yeah.
And we'll go to Knock.
Knock will spend another stress and move into the caster shadow and sneak attack the caster.
Hey.
Very good.
And with skilled knife, well, I guess I don't have to use it, but I would also like to burn 2 hope and slash at the caster from behind.
All right. Give me a roll to hit. I believe it's with advantage as well.
Yep. So that is a 23 to hit the caster.
Yeah, your dagger sinks deep.
All right.
Time to do a shit ton of damage if
gonna
you're
be-
spending your hope on it. Or sneak attack.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a D8 and 3D6. So there we go. I just need to see it. D8, 3D6.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Plus like
you-
3,
five.
right? Plus 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus
you-
5.
you instantly bloodied him. He screams at having his kidney punctured.
Like, hi. As I'm no longer hidden.
Okay. Aurora.
Types.
Right. Well, unless you'd have the audacity to try to swing at me, so I think it's only fair that I do it right back.
He
Yes.
he tried.
There's been a lot of trying between the two of us. Not a lot of succeeding so far. All right. So let's see if I can change that. 12 with fear.
You're just rolling
Just-
fear tonight, jeez.
Yes, I'm racking up fears. That's good.
It's a scary situation.
So you do just hit with a 12.
Sweet. All right. That will turn it. Wait. Right. With the greatsword, I roll 2 dice, and I take the higher one. So 4 or.
Nice. One more.
So I rolled one that landed on 4. I just for some reason didn't pop up. So the 5 is the higher. So 8 damage.
Nice. Good hit. He also looks like he's bloodied now. All right. Mikhail, it is your turn. You are standing watch. You can't see them yet, but you see evidence of them. There is somebody advancing towards the house through the cornfield right in front of you.
Oh dear. There's more. Oh jeez. That's I
Oh,
can't.
Lord.
I can't see them. So
Be this cornfield, right?
yeah, that cornfield, the one directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. They're busy back there, so I don't know what these guys have. So you know what? I'm going to spend a hope to cast Mysterious Mist and put a to spend a hope and cast a temporary thick fog that encircles a stationary area up to very close range your current location. So basically, I'm going to try and get this entire porch covered, or as much as I can.
All right.
What's the size of it?
That encircles a stationary area up to very close range to your current location. Everyone within is hidden to anybody outside the fog.
There you go.
Basically, I'm making a barrier. Like, I don't want the people inside to be obscured from everything, but I want to block the doorway
Easily done.
so they can't see. So they can't see what's going on.
Does
You
that look
hear.
right to you?
Yeah, that's fine. You hear a very upset hiss coming from the cornfield. And then you see shadows rake across that cloud, but do nothing except seems to slowly dissipate the exterior edge of it.
Okay. So, with that done, I'm going to holler and say, "There's something out here! It sounds like a snake!" And that'll be my turn. And hopefully the fog is kind of like wet or something, so it'll help put out that fire. That was my original plan. If nothing was coming, I was going to try to put out the fire, but then something came. So
I'm gonna use a measurement tool rather than this because we can see through this.
Yeah,
For sure.
Okay.
That's cool.
oh wow, that just sticks there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's very cool. I like it.
Yeah, that's dope.
so boss is taking the Abby out of the house into the fog bank. Let's see. we'll go back. That wasn't a hit or a miss or anything like that. So it is still your guys' turn. I've just been collecting fear.
I don't like that. Stop doing
Let's see. Well, I just used one of them for our little outside friend, but
Is it? If I'm able, I will go.
you are able. You may go.
I will reach. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna hit the guy that still has Stenson nearby, the one in front of me, with my axe. I'm bringing, kind of, because I'm so tall. I'm sure I'm crouching a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's. You can see that he's kind of like trying to maneuver so Stenson's in your way, but it is no good. So
yeah, I'm gonna go from like in an angle and go for his like neck area. That's what I'm gonna do. Here goes nothing. Nice.
Hey.
Got a hope.
that's hope.
I'm gonna
And a
do
hit.
a D8 plus 4 plus 1, so plus 5 actually.
How would you like to kill him? You were going for his neck?
Yeah, I go right into his clavicle, snapping it and going almost halfway into where his heart is. And I just pull it out.
It's just blood fountains, and he collapses under your axe.
Alright.
We didn't have any cards against somewhat graphic violence here. Okay, good.
This one.
Oh, sorry if just like that's what happens when I kill people. I'm sorry.
Well, apologize to him. I mean,
He's the one missing.
Oh,
okay. Let's
I'm
go
out
to,
of unstoppable now.
You're out of unstoppable. Okay, let's go to Eco.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep wailing away at this guy in front of me. I think I will. Let me see. I think I will expend a hope to add my experience, carry a big stick, and try to wail at this guy. So this will be a +5 to the roll. Let me see. Yeah, plus 4 to the roll. All right, here we go. All right, that'll be a 16 with hope. Or sorry, with fear.
With fear. Okay, I'm going to go after this, but
Okay.
go ahead and you hit. Roll your damage.
All right, that is a total of 6.
All right.
So yeah, Eco is just like twirling the stick around, trying his best to like bash the guy's head in, but the helmet is just like taking each of these blows.
Yeah, the helmet's taking the blows pretty well. He's not quite bloodied yet. He also appears to be one of the more sturdy members of this little band.
Oh,
Okay. At least you can tell that from what's going on so far.
Right, just yells that out after killing that man.
Okay. Let's see. You can. Let's see. I've got to turn these into actions. Okay, Mikhail, you can see through the fog, right?
The way it's described is everyone within is hidden to anybody outside the fog. So
I think
I'm
we
guessing
ruled it, though, that is that right, Zyth? That we ruled it that you those inside could see, those who casted the fog.
Let that be up to you because I don't remember what I ruled.
use an action to spend a hope and cast a temporary thick fog that encircles the stationary area up to very close range of your of your current location. Everyone within is hidden to anybody outside the fog.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that you they're hidden to you, but etc.
Yeah.
Or you're hidden to them.
But you can see that.
You see this being walk out of the fog, a very, very dark-skinned, white-haired elf,
Oh
you know
god,
from
Boss's
your
ass is in the way.
you know from your stories and such that this is a dark elf. They're bad.
Oh no.
She's holding up a brilliant light in one hand, and she's holding up her hand, the other hand, in front of it, so that its shadows are long and on the ground. She uses those shadows like fingers and wraps them around these somewhat boulder rocks here, lifts them up in the air, and throws them at the entire frontage of that house.
Oh god.
It's not a snake!
Gonna burn some lag. That.
I don't care for that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is basically an area effect damage. You and Boss need
What?
a agility check for me.
Okay.
Get out of the
Leave
way.
shares,
Get back
man.
inside.
Oh, as does the woman that Boss is
Oh,
No. Oh shit. I think
I'm gonna get creamed.
yeah, I think Boss uses my agility.
Roll for boss. Hope.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
14 with fear.
Okay.
Maybe he
These
protects the
are
woman.
checks. They're not duality rolls.
Okay, gotcha.
The
I gotta roll
reactions.
for the one,
Hello?
Abby. Come on. Oh, she
The reactions.
Yes. Those who failed take 13 damage. The front wall of the house just blasts inwards.
Not surprised, obviously.
I'll just put a rock in there.
Yeah, I think Boss. It says whenever he takes damage, he just takes stress, so he's 1 out of 3 stress now.
So he's stressed. The woman he was carrying, though, falls unconscious as a rock collides with her
Oh
head
god.
and knocks her down off the mount.
Oh no.
You actually, the wizard in the back who's been stabbed, he actually looks scared when this happens, and he says, "Oh fuck!"
I took 2 armor slots to reduce it to a major.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of knocks you back a couple steps. You stay on your feet, but yeah, it was very destructive and powerful. The fog's still there. She didn't have to see you.
Yeah, she just threw it in
with that,
unknowingly.
Oh my god,
That's-
the wall.
That's exactly what I would have done.
Jesus.
That mage turns around. He looks at Nock and he says, "You're probably gonna kill me, but you are fucked."
Yes.
And he raises his
Okay.
hand and he blasts you with a bolt of electricity.
I guess that's fair. I stabbed him in the kidney.
He's like
Uh,
bleeding out profusely from his waist.
Yeah, he's fucked. He knows he's going out, but yeah, he's pretty sure you're dead too. You need to roll an agility save,
Okay.
agility check.
Reaction. Agility.
Yeah,
Okay.
agility reaction. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
That is a
Plus like 2, right?
21, yeah. Nah, just 1.
You take 7.
Just as this is happening, Freya will step in, grab this guy by the shoulder, and let that spell unleash on her.
Okay, you're gonna take Marcus stress and take the hit. Okay.
Yep. She will be up in there with him.
Like, oh,
And I will spend, what was the total damage?
7.
7. I will mark an armor slot, and that will do a d6 of damage to him. As I smack him with the shield as well. Doing 1 point of damage.
He gets knocked into the wall. Bang. Ugh. Fuck. He says, I got one more action I can do here. I'll make it this guy here. He's trying to drive Aiko back, push him back. I gotta roll to hit.
He's too far out of my range.
That is a 9. Straight up 9.
That does not hit. Mine is 11.
Okay. He tries to drive you back, but fails to connect. It is now the player's turns.
Okay.
Nock will stab the caster. Probably in the waist, yet again, or the groin.
Freya will grab the unconscious Stenson and just kind of put him in the back room real quick.
Okay. Go ahead, Nock. Roll your hit.
That is a 20 with fear.
All right. I'm just going to collect that fear for now.
Freya
Roll your
will-
damage.
And
More than likely, you will be killing him, but roll your damage.
yep. That is a 8.
You stab him in the groin,
Ooh.
and he grimaces and his eyes roll back in his head, and then from lack of blood, he just slides down the wall. No more.
Mikhail, are you gonna do something for the lady? Because I have a plan unless you have something.
Oh, no. I have no idea the lady is there. I'm too busy looking at this.
Oh, yeah. In which case, after that, Eco's gonna look to boss, see that the poor woman has been like crushed underneath rubble, and he's gonna go, quick, switch! And then we're gonna boss is gonna turn around and charge to this guy while I go rush to the woman.
Okay.
Eco will grab the health potion that he has on him, and he'll try to feed it to the unconscious woman. I believe it's a D4, if I remember correct. Let me look at my equipment.
Yes, I believe it is just a d4.
All right,
You
let me
bend
roll
down, cradle her head, open her mouth,
that. That'll be
At least the one. There you go.
that'll be
pour
3.
it in. She tosses her head, chokes and gasps a little bit. Doesn't appear to be in danger of dying anymore. But the blood, her scalp got opened up bad by that rock.
All right, and I will roll for boss as he charges towards this guy.
Let's go.
Oh, that'll be a 14 with fear.
It hits. I'll take the
Right.
fear.
That's a D6 plus 1. All right, that's 7. That's full damage.
Nice. He is now bloodied.
Yeah, his boss just charges towards him and digs his horns deep into him.
Freya will position herself on the flanking side of this guy here and take a shot at this guy.
Okay.
Advantage, right?
Roll with advantage.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll do
I
it.
hope it does.
3, so that's 4 damage with the axe.
Okay. Aurora?
That was a hope. No.
Yeah, it was. It's still your turn.
With the recent opening of the wall and ceiling and everything.
The living room.
Recent
It's now an
renovations.
extended porch. Yeah. Yes.
Laura's going to kind of kick off in that direction, trying to get a little bit of air as she slashes down at this guy that she's been fighting. Potentially heading that way, depending on if I hit or not. Fuck. There we go. Sorry. All right. I'll be a 11 with fear.
Just
Very fearful
misses.
Damn.
And I am
Wait, I would like to use wait. Yeah, to any result after the could I add one of my prayer dice to this?
You absolutely you may. I am going to go afterwards with your fear, but you may add a prayer, and 1 point's all you need. You're just one below what it took to hit him.
Fuck yeah! All right.
Oh yeah.
So then, with that hitting,
Hitting the guy in
I-
front of you.
yeah, and just kind of starting to position myself. I want to do my fawn kick to kind of push off towards the door, push myself off.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to add an extra 2d6 to the damage as I mark a stress.
Ooh.
Well, it was 4. So just the
Ooh.
4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus... 7. So 14 damage.
14 damage. All right. Yeah, he goes down.
Hell yeah.
And you
Hey.
how far?
How do I make my token, like, fly? Oh, wait.
There you go.
Yeah! Alright, and then just kind of,
Nice.
like, just over here or so above the, just above, like, kind of peeking above the cloud here to be like, okay, what's the snake thing that threw a rock?
You see
Oh, shit.
at the edge of the cornfield, with her hands upraised, one bearing a very bright light and the other one casting shadows that look tangible and vicious. A dark elf.
Hmm.
Definitely not wearing any blood plate brigade such.
Very much not a snake. Very much not a snake. But really bad.
Mikhail. Oh wait, no, I was going. Sorry. Let's see. I got 3 fears. Yeah, I'll go with her. You fly up, can see, and her eyes light on you. And she raises her hand and sweeps the shadows of her clawed fingers across you.
And she see me?
She sees Aurora.
Oh, Aurora. Sorry.
Because Aurora was high enough above the clouds so that she could see through.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
See over it. With a 15?
I think that'll hit you.
Does that hit you?
Say no. Say no.
Say. For 14 damage, and you are flung backwards 10 feet as well.
God, this poor farm.
Parts of the roof collapse. Let's see. This guy has turned to face Freya. By whatever gods unearthed you. Curses at you and then swings to hit. 7.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. For 2 damage.
That doesn't hurt.
I know.
But I will use a retaliation to do a D8 of damage to him. D8
Okay.
plus 1. So 6 damage to him. As I return and retaliate.
6 damage. He is bloodied, or he was bloodied, so he's still kind of bloodied from that. He's kind of hemmed in by you and the ox. Let's see, what will he do?
I'm gonna clear the board. Dice.
There you go. He's gonna take another swing at you. He's got one more action. He seems to be committed to his fate. 11's gonna hit. For 4.
4 against Freya?
Yeah.
That'll do damage, so she will mark an armor slot and retaliate, not with her stress, but with her vengeance, to do a d6. Take no damage in HP, but deals 4 damage to that person.
And he goes down.
Oh,
Which one is it? Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just... The first attack against him goes into his shoulder, and then she kind of uppercuts him with her shield, breaking his jaw into his skull.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he just collapses, goes down dead. Felled like the ox that's behind him. All right. With that, everything that's inside is done.
Where'd she go?
So this guy's dead? Yeah, that's right. All right. Where'd she go?
Can I do something?
You certainly can. It's the player's turn right now. You do see her retreat back into the corn.
I can't see your figure.
She's hidden right at the edge.
I see.
I am going to make an attack as she tries to go away. So let's see. It'll be +2. 2 of those. Yep. 20 to hit.
oh wow.
You hit. What are you attacking with?
My great staff.
What's the
Okay.
range on it?
Very far.
It's very far.
Yeah, you're good.
So it's whichever one of these is higher. It'll be the 6. So she'll take 6 magical damage.
Okay.
And I gain a hope, thank God.
She kind of gives you a parting snarl as she fades back into the corn.
Okay. That certainly was a thing.
Freya will reach into her pocket and pull out a potion and drink it.
Yeah.
Stress potion. Damn it.
Echo's mid, still holding the woman. Will look.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we'll look to like the gaping wound on her head and try to find some.
Your heal healed most of that up.
Okay.
Her face is just bloodied now, and you kind of wipe her.
Yeah, because we will wipe
clean.
the blood off and go. Are you all right?
Kind of flutter open.
If I don't see any dangers coming, I will dispel the cloud.
You don't see any hide or hair of her after a moment of her faded off into the corn.
Okay.
The dog has come up and is licking her face clean, whining. Stinson, is he okay?
Freya will pick up Stinson and start making her way towards the front of the house.
He just
Kinda
looks like he's
Princess
been
Carrie-Anne.
beaten senseless. He's not in danger. He's unconscious.
I'll set him on the bench over here. And Freya will just take a sit on the steps.
Well, seems you were successful.
What threw the boulder?
A dark elf came out of the corn, and she magicked a boulder.
Okay. Freya kind of sits on the steps here, right, and puts her head into her hands and is just kind of resting.
DM. Do I have a vague idea how much magical oomph was needed to throw a boulder of that size?
A lot.
A lot? Okay.
Yeah, I expended quite a bit for her to do that. But the fact that she can do that kind of thing tells you, yeah, she's potent.
She's much beyond my level. At least level 2.
Probably for the best that she took off, then. Can't imagine we'd want to fight that.
Well, she couldn't handle my magical skill. Yes, I held her at bay by hiding in a cloud.
Oh, yes, your fog card was very impressive.
Oh, well, yes, I'm just so incredibly skilled. So Mikhail, for lack of anything better to do, is going to move into the house slowly, and he's going to, as everyone does whatever it is they're doing, he's just going to find things that have been broken and prestidigitation them back into full pieces. So if there's a cup, he's going to repair the cup. If there's a bowl, he might be able to do a chair, but I think that's a little bit beyond a small object.
Give me an instinct check. An instinct roll.
Okay.
Reaction?
As you're looking, reaction. As you're looking for things to repair.
That'll be a 10.
You do notice that there's something kind of strange among the rubble of things. There's like crockery and bricks and pieces of wood, but you find about a 6-foot length of really gnarly, dirty, looks like a root.
6-foot root?
Yeah, and what's weird is that the root has blood coming out of the cut end of it.
Can I?
Oh yeah, you'd notice that.
Yeah. Can I prestidigitation it clean?
You can, but it kind of still seeps out, like so the sap's still flowing a bit.
I just want a good look at it.
Yeah,
And-
it's kind of
feature.
it's kind of blackened and knobby.
What in the...
It's very, very flexible.
He'll take it outside into the light to get a good look at it. He'll come out here in the sun.
Question.
Yep.
Jareth, the guy I threw into the door, I'm assuming he's underneath that boulder. Flat.
Oh yeah.
Jareth
Dude,
is not someone you have to worry about
He is
anymore.
a splat.
There's like toes curled up from underneath the boulder.
Wizard of Oz style, just.
That's great.
Okay.
Knock
Poor
looks at that and
Jareth.
goes,
He should
"What
not
a
have whistled.
waste."
Hey, real quick, how do I
Okay.
land my person?
Oh, you have to ask us. You just press F on. I have to do it.
There you go.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we have to do it for you. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very peculiar looking thing.
Can I attempt to roll a knowledge to know what the hell it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will spend a hope to do experience magical historian, because this is obviously a magical thing. And then if this roll is about a magical nature of a creature or enchantment, it's, would you call this a possible enchantment?
Certainly is.
Okay, so this will also be... I'll gain a hope just from doing this. So, and
Hope.
I roll with advantage.
Oh,
Ugh. So that's 12
With hope, which is nice.
With
with
hope.
hope.
And what you can piece together from what your studies and what you're guessing that you're looking at, it looks like something born of a malice.
Ugh. And then as soon as he comes to that conclusion, he like goes buh, and it falls to the ground. He's like, oh dear, why is this here? He was, what was his name? Cosme. That's it. Cosme.
yes.
And then he stops
Yeah.
as he turns around and sees him right there. He's like, "Boo!" He's right behind me.
Yeah. After making sure that the woman is okay, he would have seen, or I don't know, he sees like Michaela walking off and
Yeah.
analyzing something and tries to.
Yeah, and you did
Go to the-
see Freya bringing the other farmer out and laying him down on the porch as well. He looks like he's been badly beaten.
Yeah, Cosme will look down at the root. Would he recognize this as some sort of as the malice, or would? Well, I think, yeah, he sees the bad reaction. He goes, "This looks certainly not of the natural world."
Yeah, shh. My nerves are shot right now. Yes. Yeah, it's obviously malice, but it's a bleeding root, and
Roots, you
I
say?
was gonna come get you. You're a. I mean, I don't mean to typecast anybody, but you're a person of nature, aren't you not?
You assume correct. Allow me, and yeah, I will use my ability, Nature's Tongue. You can speak the language of the hidden natural world. When you want to speak with plants or animals around you, I make an instinct roll. And with the D12, so this will be a +2. Yep, I roll a 14 with hope. So, on a success, they'll give you information they know. So, being careful not to touch it, Cosme will kneel down, and it's like almost like a haze-like energy appears from his hand, and like the root will like kind of float up and he'll like mutter under his breath, "Tell me, what is your origin? Why are you here?"
Let's see here.
If you need a moment, I can maybe have a conversation with Aurora. Does that seem like what you're trying to do, Aurora?
Yeah, she'd be coming over and kind of standing a few steps up from where you're sitting so that she can kind of match you at face level.
Yeah.
Doing all right there, Freya. It was quite the show you put on.
I get worked up when the blood plate are involved. Speaking of, and she looks back and towards the house, do I see Nock doing anything?
Nock has probably picked all of the dead people clean of valuables. You might catch him in the act. You should probably catch him in the act. This is good to sell. This is...
Is there
I
any
just had to wash
orders
this.
that they have?
Orders? Oh, you mean
Papers.
this? Did Nock find any orders on them?
It's partially covered in some blood, but the wizard type did have a note on him.
I see. Well, here this is, and then Nock starts looking at it weird and like, here.
She'll reach out and take it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I have an answer now for Icosme.
Okay.
You pick up a not so much words or speech, but a great deal of hatred and hunger from this thing. You can almost feel its desire, if it were whole, to wrap around you and feed on you and eat every bit of life you hold.
I will dispel the spell if that is all the information I gather. I will look back to Mikhail and I will go, "Indeed, this is a corrupted thing. No one should touch it. We must find a way to dispose of it. It should not exist."
Okay. And he will, he'll set it on fire.
Okay. It burns very well, actually. The note now. It says, do what Yama wants. Obey her or she will slay you. And it's signed Warlord Zane.
Do I know who that is?
It is a name you have heard before. It is not someone you have met among the Red Plate Brigade, Blood Plate Brigade. But he is he is definitely on par with your
One
good
I know.
buddy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This Zane here is a rift breaker. For them to assign a regiment to a dark elf? I have no idea what their motives are. But we interfered with someone who's powerful. She'll kind of just crumple the piece of paper and throw it over her shoulder.
Yeah, you've all heard rumors of the Dark Elves serving the Titans and being a guild of assassins and whatnots called the Black Daggers. They were infamous for hunting down and persecuting anybody that showed resistance to the Titans. And they were also instrumental in eradicating those groups who tried to just hide from the Titans. Since the fall of the Titans, not much has been heard of them. They kind of vanished. Probably back into the labyrinth.
Do I have an idea of how large regiments are? Would this likely have been all of them, or?
Probably not all of a regiment, but a regiment is typically 10.
This may have been up to half of what's around.
They are, they're all wearing Order of Elara surcoats, which show the signs of previous battle. Lethal signs of previous battle, as in their original wearers were killed in them.
Well, she looks over towards the west. The sun setting. Is that right?
Yeah, the sun is just gone now. It's just leaving, and it is night.
Oh. Okay.
Looking over at the baleful light of the mountain in the distance. I think we should maybe take a bit of a rest and make our way there.
I agree. I would like to assist in the cleanup however I can.
And she'll kind of crack her knuckles and stand up.
They had some sort of thing from the Malus.
Is
Yes,
that right?
a
It
root of
was,
it.
yeah, it was a root of some tree or plant. I'm not entirely sure what, but it was bad. I mean, I burned it. It doesn't need to be around, but
Good.
There's a thin wisp of black, oily smoke rising from the ashes of this thing.
She'll turn to the woman. Miss, the item that he's speaking of, this branch. I heard that Stenson was heading out towards the forest. Did he bring that back?
She's kind of sitting down beside him, holding his hand. And when you mention it, she holds his arm up and pulls back the sleeve of his arm, and you see a raised welt encircling his arm his forearm several times. It's bloodied and bruised. And she says, "He said the forest, the twisted forest came alive. And one of the tree roots caught him and he cut himself free. And he brought that back with him. These men, they were asking what he knew, what he saw. And, well, to me earlier, he had said the whole forest was alive. To them, he just told them one tree. One tree was alive.
Good. Misinformation on their part is the best, but I don't think they'll be getting that information to anybody.
It concerns me that the Malus has already taken root in the forest. No. It appears this is the first time that the town has heard of it.
I do have a solution, hopefully, that can help regrow the forest. But
oh, I thought you were going to say burn down the forest.
Well, it might do something of similar nature. I'm not sure what the actual effect will be, but it's a part of my rite of ignition to become a full member of the Cinder Guard. Your name, miss?
I'm Abby. This is Roy. Stetson. Mr. Stetson, everybody calls him.
Oh, he's Stetson.
Yes.
He's the guy who went to the Malus.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's good.
She
very
nods her head vigorously about that. Yeah.
I am very happy that he is not in any worse condition than he is.
Speaking of which, sorry,
he's a fool, but he's alive.
I would like to assist you in taking him to the tavern and perhaps finding someone to help him.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea for you to stay here with pretty much your entire front of your house wide open.
Yes, as much as we can help. We'll
I
take
don't-
days to repair this damage.
I don't recommend staying alone, and I think that we need to inform the town that there is members of the Bloodplate Brigade and a Dark Elf near around, so that people are properly taking themselves and keeping themselves safe.
Yeah, she's got some serious knowledge behind her. She can do some stuff that she's been around the block once or twice.
All you've heard, Mikhail, is that dark elves do stuff with shadows. That's
I care less about the shadows and more about the frickin' wrecking ball size boulder she threw at me.
yes.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
I-
Yeah, Freya will offer to
Even
carry
as one.
Stenson to the tavern, and we can continue the conversation unless there was something else anybody needed to do here.
Wait, help me
Eco-
carry all this. And you just see a bundle of stuff
She'll grab it with one
walking
hand.
towards you.
You've picked up their weapons and
Ikozme will.
Armor, you know.
a couple handfuls of gold.
Do you want to
Because
roll like
we
a
will-
d4 for that?
Yeah, I'll actually roll 2.
Well, she probably needs some stuff.
6 handfuls of gold is
Oh,
what
yeah.
you
Yes.
got from their bodies.
Miss Abby, why don't you have him help you grab things that are important to you? We don't want to leave anything valuable behind.
Ikozme will take some like rope that's nearby and some of the baskets, and he'll tie like a makeshift like saddlebag for Boas, and we'll go to Knock and say, "You will
She-
carry most of our burdens. Do not
She
worry."
just quickly gathers some odds and ends that are keepsakes.
I
Important
like you
things.
guys.
Get some. Make sure that she has an extra pair of pants and stuff.
Freya will turn to Knock after you say that and say, "It's been a while since I've heard anybody say that.
Oh,
I like you too.
What?
Your movements, you're quick. Took that man by surprise. Good attack. Very good."
if only I was. And then Knock would like gesture taller. I think I would have gotten him in one hit.
The liver, where you got him? Most people fall instantly.
And then
Boss will like
he reaches.
slowly. Boss will like slowly approach Knock as he goes like, "I wish I was taller." And then Boss will like put like his head underneath your legs to like encourage you to get on.
Yes.
I wasn't,
It's right.
I wasn't gonna ask, but
Now I
thank you.
have the power.
All right, you
You have an
take
assassin hat.
you take everybody back to the tavern.
Yep.
Yeah.
And did you want to go to a bio break?
Yeah, bio break would be fine right now.
I'll move us over to the rune, and then I will go grab some water.
That sounds. Jamaica sounds good to me too.
Could you, before you do that, could you make Abby and Stenson important?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna delete Jareth because we don't need him anymore.
He was deleted. Yes. Okay, I think I made
Yep.
both of them unique.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
This is miles different than Saturday.
Oh
Awesome.
well, I promised it'd be different.
It's very different.
We got. No, we need Mikhail. All right. I'll bring everybody to the board. You get like disconnected every time I bring you, Joker.
It
No.
might. It, hmm.
No, he's in here. I see Mikhail. I see Deathlisk. I don't see Aurora.
Figures
I
there,
just
though.
got a pop. The seat you're using has been moved by the owner.
Oh, okay. All right, so you just gotta leave and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
looks like I can
probably-
see all the NPCs here. That's interesting.
There we go. Now we-
All the NPCs.
Yeah. A while ago, like some of the bandits weren't there for me,
Oh, like they weren't
but I
loading.
figured, yeah, I figured they were all just there. So
Gotcha. We're gonna be over here at the edge. We're not gonna be in the tavern just yet.
I just wanted to see if I could see.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were just seeing like floating silhouettes?
Not even. They weren't even there.
That's weird.
It was just blank. Yeah.
Well, you
That's
did
why
good.
I was like asking. Right. I heard there was a mage. I was like, oh, and he's getting blocked and protected in the back. I'm like, obviously, yeah.
You got up right behind him perfectly. I don't know.
Yeah. I just sort of guessed where it was.
Do you see this person here? Hold on. It was the free one. You see that guy?
Oh, now I do.
That was the person you killed.
Oh, damn.
All right, I'm gonna grab some water.
Yeah, this went very differently on Saturday. Oh, that's...
Oh my god, I think I'm melting. Get up and turn on the air conditioner. Oh, it's hot. It's super still outside, so it's just sweltering now. Ow. Gently with me. Easy on the merchandise.
How much time do we have left, by the way?
An hour ish.
I was talking about the break, but yeah, that too.
Oh, the
Oh.
break.
Yeah, whenever everybody's back.
Okay,
And-
gotcha.
And as far as when the session ends, it's really just when we're all like, or when someone has to go, essentially.
You got it.
Yeah, when you're all sick and tired of this.
So far, this is pretty good.
Good.
Nice. But I'm back.
Welcome back.
I heard someone send a message in Discord. You can't keep telling the other players to roll with advantage. Not to worry, I have a permit. I'm helping.
What the hell's that from?
I think it looks like some sort of meme from Parks and Rec. Someone sent a meme.
Hey, I will let people roll with advantage if I think they're doing something really cool and appropriate and good and smart, all that fun stuff.
But I'm good to go until like fucking 10 or 11, but I don't think that's for everybody.
I thought that we normally close out around 9:30.
Is that Cent Eastern?
Yeah.
Gotcha. 9:30 would be 4 hours, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
5
kind
to
of like
9.
we wanted to kind of reserve the 4 hours for that so that we have 4 hours. If that makes sense. But if we are all wanting to keep going or something like that, we can.
Yeah, if everybody is available to keep going, we will do that, and it's nice. We do have a little bit more time here than our Saturday group, which has a lot of constraints upon when they have to end.
But if you know that you need to go at 9:30, then letting us know will help us pace things better, you know?
Got you.
Otherwise, we're just going to take our time, you know?
All right. Is everybody back? Who's not here yet?
Haven't heard from Aurora or Joker.
Wait.
The stream is at almost 3 hours.
So is this a recording or a stream?
It is streaming.
It's a recording. He's not streaming to an audience or anything. He's just.
It is technically public, but like I'm not, you know, a very
I don't
popular
know.
streamer or anything. So
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's watching. Mostly, we watch his streams way long after the fact to see. Oh yeah, what did we do back then?
why did
Yeah.
I thought I set it to automatically record when streaming, but it's not recording.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
That means I
There might
don't have
be-
my audio stuff.
Oh, that.
Oh no. Oh
It's
well.
just the first session.
No, we'll have the session, you know, on the stream archive, but I hope that didn't just do what I think it did. It just means that my recording, I plan to record these and have all the audio tracks separated so that I can go back and make an edit.
Oh.
I set it to where it's supposed to record as soon as I start streaming, and it didn't do it. Kind of pisses me off.
I'm back.
At least you're finding out now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that the next session is recorded properly. That's
For sure.
whatever. I lost 3 subscribers in the last 3 days, or last 28
Oh.
days.
Yeah, win some, lose some.
People actually unsubscribe.
Yep.
They have a limit to how many they can subscribe to.
I don't know. I heard what was it? Joker got back. Is Peyton back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, I think
All
that's
right.
everybody.
All right. So we have returned to the rune. You come carrying a Stetson, cradle in your arms.
Mm-hmm.
He every once in a while he gives off a slight moan, specifically when you jar him any. But he looks like he's going to be okay.
Well, once again, hitch up my boy. I'll head to.
As soon as you enter with him in your arms, the bartender Yendis. Actually, I didn't introduce him, but that's all right. He comes out and ushers you. I mean, he's not saying anything. He just comes over to this table and he says, and he kind of gestures these people to move to another table quickly, briefly, and then he clears it off and has you lay him down on the table. He just quickly checks him out, and then he tells Abby, who's there and fretting, he's like, he's going to be all right, dear. Then to all of you, he just turns and says, what has happened?
Turn to music. Something else. There we go. They were attacked by members of the Blood Plate. There's... it's likely there are maybe some more in the area. A regiment is usually around 10 or so. But they seem to be under the command of a dark elf named Yama.
I believe you are aware what the Dark Elves have associated themselves with.
I don't think anybody was aware of that.
We believe they are part of the Dark Blades.
What was it? Was that the Dark Blades?
Was it the Dark Blades? I don't know if I remember the name right.
Yeah, the black blades. The
Black
daggers,
Blades, there we go.
sorry.
Black Daggers, there we go.
Well, my run-ins with the Blood Plate Brigade are luckily few and far between. But I can't say we've ever had any trouble with the Black Daggers.
Well, there was one there, and she wasn't very nice.
She nearly leveled their fawn.
Let's see. At this point, the mayor comes over. Oh my! Oh my! I heard Blood Plate Brigade and Dark Elves, and this is cause for some alarm.
Yes, I wanted you all to be aware that there are still some around, likely, and a dark elf. So if anyone sees a brilliant light at the middle of the night, or even in the day, to run a different direction.
Unfortunately, this is not the only bit of unfortunate news we must dispose to you.
The mayor slowly turns and looks out a window to the west, where the brilliant light of the balefire is lit.
When it appears that Mr. Stinson had traveled into the deep wood, and he stumbled upon corrupted Malus within a tree.
Well, yeah, I mean, before I came out of a shell, that forest has long been dead. I mean,
The trees came to life
many,
and attacked
many,
him.
many attempts were made to burn it out. They didn't really. The trees burned, but they didn't vanish. We posted a sign there to keep the kids out. I guess Stenson wouldn't saw firsthand that something's going on there.
He said the entire forest was moving.
Ugh, he kind of like puts a hand over the shell on his chest and staggers back a step.
Worry not.
If that is true, then the Malus has indeed come back alive.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to point fingers or anything like that, but he could easily have been a little
More
unsure of
cautious?
things. Yeah, it could have easily been the wind that was making all the trees move. Now, I'm not saying that a tree didn't attack him, because it obviously did. And we burned whatever it is that came with him, so don't worry about that. But
But
it could just be small bits so far.
yes, but I do believe it is malice. When I communed with the root, it gave off a hunger, a vibration that was nothing like I've felt before. One that I can only assume is from the malice.
Yes, that it is definitely the malice. So the problem is now that there's the malice to deal with, there's also these folk to deal with.
Could it be the Dark Elf is behind the Malus coming back alive? I don't know if they have that kind of power, but or why they would do such a thing.
They did seem to have control over some sort of light. It's possible.
Can't
I
imagine
mean-
why an immortal would want to spur on stuff like that.
Have I heard of anything of like magic doing something like that? Being able to control it? That seems way out there.
You have heard rumors that throughout the ages there have been villains and whatnot and nefarious folk who have tried to use malices to their own ends. They have typically met with failure, both being cast down by heroes and the malice themselves. If you walk into one and you're alive, there is no bargaining or making deals. This is the general consensus that the beings that arise up in malices, although they may be highly intelligent, are very inimical, bad, malevolent towards any native life of Pellon. Dark elves or otherwise.
If she's able to do something with the malice, that'd be news to me. We're talking long legend type stuff.
Yes. This
So-
would be, if indeed what the mayor supposed was true, to your knowledge, to everybody's knowledge, this would be a very big game changer.
This would be big stuff if this is the case.
Imagine-
I don't want to make any assumptions until I actually see something more.
Fair. She looks at the group here. I assume plan to go to this resurgence once we've taken a bit of a rest after the fight we had.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Rest assured, what I told you before stays true. I will assist you in this if it does come to pass.
And
Good, the mayor says. He just he nods his head and his eyes just show a lot of fear and doubt. Not that you'll succeed, but fear and doubt that just something horrible is happening. More horrible than he imagined.
Fred takes a quick look around. Is there anything that stands out in terms of like missing people from the tavern from the last time we were here?
No, it looks like a couple more people have come in for dinner. The smell of roast duck is prevalent. Everybody's has been eating.
Mm.
The mayor even has a little like a bib on. But nobody's missing. In fact, it seems like a few more farmers have been added to the mix.
Oh, just curious. Well, if you have anybody in town who's capable of healing, I suggest attending to Stenson and his wife.
She got pelted by a rock, but she should be okay.
Yes, they should be given medical attention as soon as possible.
Okay. The mayor goes back to the farmers at the table, and he grabs Henry and he says, "Go get your wife. She can do this. She can help with this." And Henry gives a shaky nod and just goes running out.
Oh. Well, I'm guessing food, rest,
Yes.
morning?
Yeah. Yandis just waves you over to the table behind where Stenson's laying and says, "Sit. Your rooms there's rooms upstairs for you, and we shall bring you good food. Good food. Pats you on the back. Don't you worry. Good food."
Could use some duck. This sounds like a good idea. Speaking of, what am I doing? The 6 handfuls of gold. Knock.
Yes.
Did you distribute that or not?
I was just gonna put it in party loot,
Okay.
unless you guys want to individualize loot.
Yeah. If you want to just leave it on the packs on boss, we can distribute it later.
Yeah.
So we got 6 handfuls of gold in boss's pack.
Yeah. A pair of swords and a couple daggers are the only other real valuable items, other than the blood plate they were wearing. Not valuable, maybe not to you, but it is value. It does have
maybe
value.
once we sand the stuff up, we can sell it.
Yeah.
Freya will retrieve a portion of a roast duck, maybe a whole duck if they have one available.
Oh yeah, they set a whole goose in front of you, and then take another one and just set it down. The 2 actually to set them down in front on the table.
Freya
Give
eats.
everybody a plate.
Freya eats like Goku.
I would say that Ecosme grabs whatever fruit that they have left, and we'll sit across from Freya and just.
She just eats the goose and then kind of looks around. Do you have seconds?
Yenda's kind of pats you on the back with a gnarly hand and says, "Dear for you, we do. Yes."
She thanks him.
From all that I've heard of the blood plate, they've been described as monsters, horrid people.
Some of them. Most of them, yes. I
Well,
was a
the
member
person-
of a... Sorry.
The
go ahead.
person I see in front of me is not that. No monster would save these people.
I was certainly a monster to them.
Indeed.
But, yes, for a time, I was a member. I was a part of a small regiment, around 6 or so. But those times are behind me. And they are no more. They
I
were...
apologize for making assumptions or judging.
Everyone is different. People have their reasons. But
Well, I
you are not
especially
wrong.
must. Well, I must especially apologize, given the nature of my past, or rather that of my people.
I don't quite know of your people. You seem to be Simia but more human?
We are of two worlds.
Mm.
Our past is lost to us, but from
She
what
downs a drink.
from what I'm aware, it is not a pretty one. So
Mhm.
it is unbefitting of an elder to not follow the sort of responsibilities that they would do unto others, and not unto themselves.
All right. Freya would have just listened to you and continued to eat.
We'll continue our meal in a bit of
This'll be
silence.
Sitting over here, maybe.
When I go to procure a beverage from the bar, can I take a shot at figuring out what the hell that rune says?
Sure.
I doubt if the great people of the Silver Sages can't do it, then I doubt I can. But I might as well give it a try.
Give it a whirl.
All right, I'll spend a hope for Magic Historian and do my advantage on all recall information. So I'm going to do my whole shebang. And beep, bop.
Good luck.
Come on. Bop, boop. Boo. So that'll be 20
With hope.
with hope.
All right. With that, you can't read it, but the quality of it and the angles of the lines and the craftsmanship, the workmanship of it, it tells you almost with a certainty that it was created and written by Clanks.
Oh. So Mikhail is like getting himself a beverage of some variety, and he looks up and he sees it. He's like, "Huh, that's weird. What's that all about?" And then he'll look at it for a short time, and he'll nod a few times, and he'll take his staff and he'll tap it twice on the ground, and it just stands there. So he's not like leaning it against anything; it's just standing upright. And he'll pull out his book, and he'll give a small whistle, and a little, like, it's very hard to see, but clipped to his, like, the top of his ear is a little bit of silver metal. And that silver metal will pop off and turn into a quill. And this is his, he's got a little elemental pet that came with the character. That he basically has like a little ink elemental thing.
Ah, sick.
And he's like, okay, let's see here. And he will copy down the rune.
Okay. Yeah, and just the old man who's behind the bar, he looks at what you're doing and he says, "Have you discovered anything, scholar?"
Oh, well, I don't know what it means, but this is kind of hard to explain. So, like, the way it's made, it's not so much the, like, what is written, but how it's written. And that, to me, says Clanks. So,
Well, that's interesting.
this might be something that's worth, like, looking when I'm in a place, like, no offense to you and yours, but a place with more books.
By all means. If you wish, you can take a rubbing.
Oh, I should be good. And he's pretty good at getting it down pretty much dead on. This is his wheelhouse, is writing in books and such.
Okay.
So he'll copy that down, he'll put that away, and then he will take his beverage over to join the others.
We're over here.
Oh, you're over there now. Okay.
That's where Stenson is being.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been tended to.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time before you're finished with your first serving of food, Henry returns with a woman his age. She pulls out a white triangle that's been stitched onto a blue surface. You recognize this as a symbol of Aaron, and she begins to cast a healing spell. Not a potent one, but a healing spell over Stetson.
Wait. So, if
So, if I recall correctly, the Icosme, correct, is your name?
Indeed. Or Rico, whichever is easier.
And then Aurora. Just making sure I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's.
Probably through a mouthful of whatever, we'll just kind of give an enthusiastic nod. Like, mm-hmm.
And then that is Mikhail.
yeah, that's me.
And then there's she's looking around, looking for Knock.
Knock is being nosy and looking at the healing take place.
Gotcha. And that one over there is Knock. I'm Freya Stormborn.
Pleasure to meet
You're a giant?
Yes, that is my ancestry.
you. Indeed. You're certainly taller than most of the other of my kind, for sure.
Definitely live up to the name.
You know that giants are rare. There was a city of them during the time of the Titans in Pelagia, in the mountains of Pelagia. They were entirely wiped out.
Oh.
But there are a few left.
Any
Few
notable
communities
ones?
left. I mean, the most notable one would be up in the Glacier Heart.
Oh,
Or
I
the
meant
iron-
like notable
iron-
giants.
Yeah, there's been a few giants in among heroes and adventurers and stuff like that. Wouldn't be too far outside of the realm of for people to recognize your father's name if they
Stormborn.
were at all into the history of the adventuring societies.
She's not going to say it, but if any character wants to be like, you've heard that last name before.
Yeah, you have a chance of having heard the last name before.
Me being the bookworm, might as well do it. Beep, bop. It's not magical, so no d6. 7. Doubtful.
Nah, you're.
It's been a couple of years.
It's been a while, and you're not that conversant in the tight histories of some of the guilds.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Oh.
Oh, hey, I got another hope from the thing. Cool.
Nice.
From Strange Patterns.
Oh, nice. Love to see it.
I forgot about that.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so he pauses, he looks up into this, like, he almost stares into the middle distance. And then he just goes back down to eating whatever is put in front of him. He'll also pull out that same book and set it down next to his plate, and take out that little quill again and start writing things.
Alrighty. You're documenting your little butt off.
Mm-hmm.
Stenson comes around. Bartender brings him an ale.
Plates.
Put him on his feet.
Oh my good lord, Freya.
Like I said.
How do I get him down? So he's not floating. How do I do that?
Who? Oh, Stenson? Yeah. Just
Yeah.
press F while you have him selected.
Oh, okay.
I did it without thinking, so
That's
sorry.
good. I just want. He kind of gets down. Well, he's gonna go stand by sit down with his wife. He's very groggy. He downs the ale, hugs his wife. I'm so glad you're okay, baby. I almost wasn't until these adventurers showed up. She kind of rubs the side of her face, not where the rock hit her, but where she was struck by one of the Bloodplate Brigade. I don't even want to think about what they were about to do. They were very mad.
Can we overhear this?
Yeah.
Mad.
I would imagine it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, imagine Nog is getting all of this.
Yeah, it's very hushed in the bar, in the tavern.
Why would they be mad?
I guess maybe we can
Good
just pretend we
question.
were at this table over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nock would also ask, why would they be mad? You stiff them?
No, I mean they practically broke down our door.
Oh, yeah. About that.
No.
Tuesday broke down more than that.
Yeah, he has no idea that the whole front of his house is
You're
broken
right.
down now.
Mm.
But I just thought they were Order of Elara at first, and I was happy to cooperate and tell them what I had seen. They wanted to know about the Malus, what I had seen, and before I could even really describe much to them, they started getting violent.
Was
And
there any?
I
was there any-
realized they couldn't possibly be Order of Elara.
Is there anything you said that set them off? Was there anything that you said something and then they suddenly got really angry, or
maybe when they saw the root.
maybe when they saw the root? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. They asked me what I'd seen. They knew from hanging out here, I guess, that I had gone to the Malus. It was almost as if they were asking not out of curiosity, but like I had seen something forbidden, and I have no idea what. But I mean, I I told them I went to the Twisted Forest and went no further, and that a tree attacked me. I didn't. At this time, they were getting mean and rude, and so so help me, I didn't tell them the whole forest was alive. I just said one tree.
Maybe.
And I showed them. I showed them. Well, it's almost healed now, but I showed them the mark on my arm that the root had left, and their leader, I guess his name was Jordan. He lost it. He didn't say anything. He just took me and just slammed his fist into my head.
That's a
Powerful man.
He's dead now.
Oh yes, very dead.
They all are.
Except for that big thing. Well,
The drow, yes.
everything
He was
is
not
big
killed.
to me.
From what we heard of the Order of the Bloody Plate, they seem to value getting into the Malus and gaining power for themselves. Maybe since the man was not aware of this happening in the forest, maybe they wish to keep it that way. Maybe they wish for the Malus to emerge without much attention.
Keep away any,
Well,
keep away
maybe
any else of the good.
Stetson cranes his head and looks out the window and he says, "Yeah, no, the Malus is there. I mean, it's not. It's visible for leagues. Nobody could try to be hiding it, could they?"
The
Wanting
information
the treasures
about
for
how
himself
serious
is
it
one thing, but attacking those who'd get close is another.
Right. I imagine they were trying to keep the information about the nature of this. It's unprecedented that it's reawakened. But if there's any information...
There's nothing in the Malus that should be worth anything. I mean, the Malus was essentially...
It's already been cleared, you're right.
Yes, it is an old Malus, but a resurgence has never happened before. It's possible new artifacts are created. Who knows? We will know tomorrow, by the end of the day.
Yeah, all of this is new territory.
Indeed. I just worry that they do whatever they do and we get there too late. But we do need to take our rest.
Indeed.
Well,
Hopefully they'll have to recuperate after losing some men themselves.
True. They are half in number. Hopefully. There are only half.
I just wonder what information he had that they would go so far as to kill him for.
Whatever it was, the ones that know are dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they were Blood Plate Brigade,
Oh, they were.
I still don't understand what they hope to gain by killing me. And
I can only imagine is to keep you quiet about the nature of the Malus. If that word got out that it is a similar nature to an actual Malus, I imagine that the attention of the other guilds would be put more on this as well.
I think
particularly in the woods. Perhaps they're operating out of them or near them.
Possibly. It's hard to tell. But with the current Malus up in the Arctic Circle, and this happening, and that Malus still not being defeated, times are looking not good.
Oh, from what you said about that note, I'm kind of wondering if they were all angry because they were scared.
I imagine so. Being under the employ of the Blood Plate Brigade, you are basically forced to be feared.
No, not the brigade. The drow.
Yes, I was going to say, compared to a drow, though.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm surprised they'd act rashly.
He kind of you say drow, and his eyes kind of pop. He goes, I don't remember one of them. He looked like the caster. He said something about
Yama.
he didn't say a name. He just said she. And the big man, the Jordan, when he said that, he looked up and they kind of exchanged a look. He kind of nodded, and that's when he really started beating me.
Yeah.
Does that seem like some sort of communication happened with them?
Maybe he said something that Mr. Stenson was not meant to hear.
That is a good idea. Not good idea, but likely. The knowledge of the Storal being in the area. That, yes. No, you're likely correct.
He didn't say that. He didn't say drow. He just he
mentioned.
It was like he was going to say something else, like she would or she wanted, or but he stopped himself, like he had said too much.
I see. Well,
Record.
thankfully you are alive, and your wife is, and your dog.
Indeed. I would suggest that maybe if this situation is not handled soon, you should look into other means of living until this blood plate brigade has been handled. Who knows if they will come back to you for more information if there are still any around.
If they are, I will find them and send them to the fleet.
Quite notably, the town might want to shelter up a bit. Since we know of the drow, and now you lot all do too. Like to come for the townsfolk. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's too big a target. Or just one drow, but...
I will send word, the mayor says. I will send word south that this is happening. I don't know if we can get more help here. But
It's going to be unlikely for them to send anything else.
We
From
need
all
to get
I
that
heard-
standing army sooner than later.
I've got to get word to the Order of Elara in any
Yes, they
case
seem-
and tell
they
them what the Blood Plate Brigade was doing, and that they might have been under the command of a dark elf. I will get that letter written and get it on the road south in the morning.
Yes. Letting them know that Blood Plate Brigade has been impersonating them could help them out quite a bit.
And possibly harming their own. We do not know if they got those garments non-lethally or not.
Oh, did we happen to get any
The blood
sort
on
of
the cloak is
dog tag?
damning.
You got one of the surcoats did have a tag on it with a name.
Well, on my way here, there were a lot of signs of brigands that were on the road doing whatever it is that brigands do, accosting people. There was a lot of disrespecting of signage, a lot of talk of people getting robbed or something of that nature. Part of me wonders if it's these folk, but it could have. I'm not certain. I'm not. Too little information.
There's certainly more here than we know now, but more will come to light in time.
Doc, you had something you were trying to do?
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah.
Yeah, they are in the know, but they are not. They are not members of your circle.
I see.
But they are connected. Yes.
I see. Locke would inform them that there's
terrible things happening here in order to safeguard the entirety of Campfire Society. We tell them about the encounter and best to bring word before they start work, if at all.
Yeah, they just kind of they kind of are surprised at what you tell them that you learned. And they say, I sure hope Raylan had nothing to do with this dark elf. I don't think he did.
I don't know, but hate to see good fellows at the campfire die.
We'll be careful. It sounds like we're not going to be needed here anyway. I don't think that Raylan's deal has gone through.
But obviously tell. Yes?
No, it hasn't gone through. We'll be
Nice.
packing up and heading back south soon. Probably sooner rather than later.
And then Nock nods to them, tells them to have a safe journey.
Thank you, brother.
All right. I think I've had enough to eat. After
Oh, really?
like 7 plates of duck,
Took you long enough.
and like 4 drinks of ale, and half a bottle. It's time I hit the hay.
Aurora has like. Precisely.
No, you go ahead.
Any open room upstairs, Yandis says. Any open room upstairs, you're welcome to it.
Over the progression of the meal, there was like looks of like confusion to concern to awe from Aurora. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Takes a bite of a turkey leg, downs an entire mug, takes another bite.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you holding a turkey leg is like somebody else holding a
Chicken
wing.
wing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like half of the turkey she's holding by like the leg.
I imagine.
You
I
just
found
down the
maybe a
bones and
picture
all,
of
just
one.
crunch right through.
No, she does not eat the bones. She does
Oh,
suck the
shit.
marrow out, though.
Yeah, the marrow.
There
You
you
gotta
go.
get the marrow.
Oh shit, that goes right.
There you go.
Yeah, protein, man.
Oh, yeah.
She's built.
Yeah, Cosme will push in the chair and go, "You can help yourselves to the rooms. I do best when I sleep outdoors."
I look over at Yendis. Do you have any big beds?
Give me a moment. And he yells for his son, who's like still cleaning up in the kitchen. I need you upstairs now, son. And they go running upstairs.
I will also do my best to keep a lookout in case Drow shows us up again or any more bloody plate brigade.
I was going to say, if you're sleeping outside, you're going to want to keep one eye open the whole night.
I agree, but Boris is quite the sensitive type, so I worry not.
Seems like the trustworthy sort.
Yes, as I said before, he is a surprisingly courageous companion.
Well, like I said, it is time for me to get some sleep. I will see you all in the morning.
Okay.
You go upstairs and you go to Yendis waves you into a room where you see he's pushed 2 beds together, 2 large beds together,
yeah.
end to end. This is best we could do for you, man.
Thank you. She just kind of falls into it.
I gotta do it, man.
Actually, she has to take her plate armor off first. Then she'll fall into it.
Okay.
All right. It is 9:30, by the way. So
Yeah,
it's up to everyone here, but
Yeah.
This-
I think
this-
I think
This
it's
feels like
pretty
a good
place
spot.
to stop. Yeah.
this is a good spot to halt the action right now.
How do I open the doors?
you can right click on them and click open.
Ah, I
And
see.
you can
Okay.
click the buttons to let you in.
Gotcha. There we go. All right. Yeah. Boss will like lay over my lap, just go to sleep like a giant dog.
I'll share the room that you're in, Aurora, I suppose. Because it's like a
Oh,
bunk
yeah,
bed
yeah.
situation.
You're right, yeah.
I think maybe we took 2 bunk beds and put them together. What are you doing in here, frog? What are you doing?
Oh, come on. The ladies got their own room.
Somebody's squealing.
Okay. Oh God, what was that?
But yeah, no. Do you want to wrap things up? Sure.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have a good night's sleep. You're gonna get a long rest,
Yeah, buddy.
which will allow you to de-stress or repair armor.
Mhm.
If you need to, gaining hope is one of your choices.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll de-stress both and gain hope.
There you go. If more than one person is going to be gaining hope, then you will gain 2 hope.
Will likely be gaining hope. I just need to remember how exactly long this.
Yeah, you can basically choose 2 of the 3 things, or
It is.
4 things.
There are 5 things for long rests.
Five-
10 to
five-
all runes.
Yes.
Clear all stress, repair all armor, prepare or work on a project, and you can pick 2 of those.
I always forget about prepare or work on a project.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of asking questions about working on a project.
Okay.
For sure.
Because I have some I have some things that I want to work on and eventually get, hopefully in time. Namely, the first thing is I want to get some kind of detect magic thing going.
Clear all
Or I can
armor, clear all stress.
Let me look at using damn time.
Did we level up?
No,
Not
from-
yet. Sorry.
Not from that alone.
You're
Nah,
gaining a lot of info, but and some experience, but not quite level up, Mark.
Gotcha. No, I was just curious because I feel like we did do a little bit more today than we did on Saturday.
Oh, it was a very different game. The timing was different. You guys,
Well,
This-
we
this-
can talk about it later.
yeah. The Saturday group got there after the Blood Plate Brigade had left.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not good.
No,
No,
it
it wasn't good.
No. Well,
There are significantly more things alive now than there were. Actually, no. I think there's a net negative in terms of, or a net more people dead than the other game, but technically it was good death.
But yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
technically,
it
We
was
only kill
more.
bad people.
It was more of the right people being dead.
Yeah. God, this sounds like a night and day compared to ours.
less of the. Let's just say that the story they had to tell on from after Saturday was a lot sadder.
Oh, I
I'd say-
see. Oh,
I'd say once we were like at session 3 or 4, if you guys are curious and you have time and want to, I can share the Saturday games. It'll be vice versa for them as well if they want to, just to see what differently happened. You know,
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's different. As I said,
Just to know what happened.
these are 2 instances, and from this point forward, very different things are going to happen.
like we're
Absolutely.
in the Saturday game, we're already at the edge of the Malus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
see.
Oh,
We're
wow.
at the foot of the mountain, actually, is where we're at.
Yeah.
Shit.
Of what seems to be like a mega dungeon.
we'll see it when we get there. But it is a lot of fun to see how different things are. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream.
All right. Good stuff.